Hey, this is Steven with Improbable Wargaming, and we've got my friend
Trevor.
Here you go, our 30k expert, here to hang out and build. What the heck are you building?
I am building a Warhound Titan, a full-scale one.
Woo! Yeah, he tricked me when he walked in. He had this little baby one.
I brought my Adeptus Titanicus. I've got a bunch of those, so I brought one of those and had to mess with him a little bit.
Exactly. I was just like, what just happened? And but before we get too far in, let's talk about a couple things. First, we are doing a major giveaway today. We will do that within, usually around 9 o'clock. So if you're not here yet, or if it's past that time, go about an hour deeper and you'll find the giveaway. But if you want it, you probably already know at this point, right? Now, as always, we want to thank JCD and Hobby for providing this giveaway. It's amazing. They plan on doing this with us quarterly, so we should have something very nice every 3 months. So we're really excited about that. Then we want to say hey to Monument Hobbies, who provides us with our lovely paint, our brushes, the stuff we use to clean our brushes. We love them. Check out the links below. It helps support the channel. It's just great products. So definitely check it out. We're big fans. And then they have agreed to also do a giveaway with us, which we're working out the details. We'll know more in the near future of what we're giving away. Personally, I'm hoping for their 24-pack of stuff. It's $100 worth of paint. It would be amazing. I don't know what we're going to do, but that's what I'm praying for. If they give me a choice, that's what I'm asking for. Yeah. Right?
Right.
Then we got 3D6 Wargaming. They're the ones that hooked us up with these mats. If you follow the link, we get a little bit of a cut on those, but they honestly are very reasonably priced. I think it's $28 for 6 of them. They are really nice quality. And we might actually be updating these as well, because with the new rules for 10th edition, we're probably going to add a little circle in the middle.
Oh yeah, because that's impassable now, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yep, so you can't end your movement there. So we're probably going to update that in the near future, and then so that's going to be pretty cool. And then we've got let's talk about the new one. We have big shout out for A-Case. Made connection with the well, I'm not gonna say his name because it's Olo. It's OLO. He's from Poland. Yeah. Wonderful man. He has decided to sponsor the channel. We're super excited.
They're super cool cases.
They are. Now
they are.
Yeah, I love my case. We got several people that own them. They're great cases. I've traveled to England. I've traveled to Las Vegas. I've taken them in vehicle. I've even taken them on a train. So literally planes, trains, and automobiles with it. No question. Yeah. Love their stuff. But they're supporting the channel now. Well, they've sent us some stuff that apparently is not available currently on the website to give away.
That was pretty
cool.
So
we're super excited about that. Once it arrives, we'll get a video out about it and talk more about that. We've got, it feels like there's always something changing. We even have my friend Cass from Art of War is sending us some product to try out. They're measuring sticks. They're going to actually be customized for the channel with all that. I'm super excited to check them out. So we may be adding them as a sponsor, not Art of War, but the product they're sending. Yeah. I mean, if Art of War wants to sponsor the channel, I don't know why they would, but we would say yes.
Yeah.
But either way, so we're looking at that going on. And then it's constantly, I love harassing people so that I can find things that we believe in, that we want to get to you guys. And so, again, the one most important thing that we always want to thank is our Patreons. They're literally helping us provide some of these giveaways. That's another big thing to mention as well. Thanks to our Patreons. And another person that they've asked us not to mention their name, we will have the Leviathan box set for this month's giveaway. Originally, it was going to be some limited edition models, which would have been great. But we're going to have the Leviathan box set.
That's crazy.
To give away. And if you're a Patreon, you get 2 entries. If you're a regular subscriber with your account linked in the Discord, and if you're Patreon, get in the Discord too, because we can't really give it to you if you're not there. But, we're going to have that. And that's super exciting. And that's going to be, we're going to do that right in the first week of next month. Just so much is going on. It's been amazing. I'm on cloud 9 with all the support that we're getting.
Plenty of stuff to be following right now.
Yeah. What's going on. It's just crazy. And then next week, we've got our first 10th edition game, Ultramarines into, Tyranids. Yep. I mean, they're the first rules going to be available. So we're going to be bringing on, this is another benefit of Patreon. We're bringing on our first Patreon guest to play against Travis. So that's one of our benefits of being a Patreon. Once a month, we're going to pick a Patreon. We're going to bring him here. Painted Army, please. no craziness, and otherwise, we're good. And you get to play against one of myself, Calvin, any one of the guys on the team, and that's going on. And then the other big thing, we decided myself and Travis, and of course we asked everyone else, and we've decided to launch Improbable Wargaming as a team. We've got our first, we've got lots of new members, and then on top of that, we've got my friend Sean I met over in the UK. He's going to be heading our UK side. He's going to try to build us on that side because, I can't travel over there all the time. And so we'll get some pictures and content coming from the UK, from Improbable Wargaming UK side. So that's super cool. And then, of course, this gentleman here is helping me, and we're going to be producing 30K stuff. There's just so much going on with the channel.
Yeah.
I know we're small, but we got big dreams.
Exactly.
And we're going hard, baby. As I was telling a friend of mine, this is either going to be a major success or a burning pile. We don't know which way we're going.
A burning pile of passion.
There you go. We're definitely passionate.
Yes.
And maybe Travis burning in a pile with us.
He might be in the fire.
But if you're be so kind, please put a pink poop in for Travis. That is my running joke. Pink poops for Travis. And again, we're starting the giveaway at 9 o'clock. Please don't go away because, maybe you'll miss it. Let's see what the chat's saying. Cool. Hey guys, how's it going? It's going well, Golda. We love you, bro. One of our Patreons we love. Rick Anderson, Mr. Anderson. We got the Colonel. Howdy, yo, Mr. Colonel. You got any chicken for me? What's up? Love JCD's best place to go get 40K stuff in Des Moines. I would agree with you.
Oh, yeah. They always have stuff. They even have, some online-only stuff on the shelf sometimes.
Yeah, because
you never know what you might want, and they're going to have it.
That's the one thing I have to say. Thanks for reminding me of that. Mike, he's their manager over there for... Thank you, Pink Poke. Poop,
there's a
Rick
Pink Poke.
Anderson. But either way, Mike over there is trying to give us variety of products available, right? So every so often, he's ordering internet-only available products to have in the store. If you're in our Discord... That's where you're going to hear about it because he's going to be like, hey, I'm ordering stuff. Here's what's coming. Do you want it? And trust me, it goes fast. And it's always cool. They give 10%. I picked up a
Basilisk one time.
Nice.
Yeah, because you just had it on the shelf.
And they're doing 10% off, right? They're, guaranteed 10% off the price. You can't get that anywhere else in town that I'm aware of. And again, it's a locally run business. We love that. They host us regularly. Oh, that reminds me. We're going to be streaming live from Jay's. On the night when the Leviathan box releases. So we're going to be streaming past midnight at JCD and Hobby. They're going to if you're in there before they close the doors, you can stay until we're done. And you'll see us streaming. We'll be opening boxes. I don't know. I'm making that part up. I don't know what's happening. All I know is
we'll be there with cameras and passion.
And passion. And you should be there too. But either way, that's what's going on. I mean, you can just ain't what? I mean, you can. It's just ain't cheap. Nope. True there. Let's see what else. We got Snickers, my homie from Des Moines. What's up, everybody? Oh, and he's also a Patreon. So much love to our Patreons that are hanging out in chat. And Colonel, sorry, no pink anger.
No pink anger on you.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. So tonight, what I'm working on is more Jakari because I've decided, at least for now, until I get really sad, but I don't know if that's going to happen. I'm going to play Jakari for 10th edition. Supplement Harlequins in as I may be able to, meaning that if they continue having Harlequins as a reinforcement or, patrol or something, then probably play with that. Craft World I won't have ready officially for competitive scene, but that doesn't mean we won't have them on the stream. It just means they won't be mine.
Are nasty.
Weapons platform are nasty. They will be the meta, at least for a month until GW decides to FAQ them into the ground. Yeah. The army in general looks really good. If you're an Eldar player, you are going to be a super happy person. I'm actually glad that I won't be playing them because then I don't have to be part of the Nerf Fest. The Jakari are looking they're in a really good place, and that means they'll be in a good place for a while.
Yeah, right. Yeah, because of that consistency right in the middle of the road. That's good.
Exactly. So I'm happy with that because then if they get anything, it's probably a boost, but not a drop.
Exactly.
And then watch them be really good, and then I'm going to get nerfed. Now let's see what we got here. We've got Ryan. Hey, Ryan. Hey, Improbable. Good to see you guys at KC Open. Good show at that Iowa 40K player. Sorry, I'm a terrible reader, apparently. Iowa 40K players can play. In part of the Mallhammer DM team with Jack. Oh, yes. Well, thank you for being here, Ryan. And yes, Iowa can play 40K. We just normally do it while we're drunk.
Yeah.
But no, it's amazing. I agree. It was all of the Iowa teams, Iowa teams showed up and were in the top 30.
Yep.
So, I mean, Iowa showed up and was like, hey, we're the real deal.
This is a place to play some Warhammer.
Yeah, I mean, there are great places to play Warhammer, right? We always talk about JCD. Then there's, oh my goodness, there's Arkham up in Ankeny. There is, like my brain's going brain dead. Mayhem, thank you. Mayhem has an amazing scene at Sundays. Then we've got the Mallhammer, as they call it, or Warhammer store that has a strong following. Yeah. And then we even have Game Castle. More often than not, right? My experience with the Midwest has been all the states around us are the place to be for something.
Right.
But this is the exception. This is the place to be for 30K, 40K, Age of Sigmar. It's
always people playing everything around here. And if you do want to go to those like bigger cities to go to those big events, Adepticon or Kansas City has stuff. It's max 6 hours, half a day drive maybe.
Oh yeah, and you're gonna see people you know.
Yeah.
Which is awesome.
Always running into people I know.
Exactly. So it just feels super good. Let's see. Having been around since we started playing at Mistress, the drunk plane is accurate.
Yeah.
Yes. I mean, rest in peace, Mistress.
Yeah.
Honestly, let's be honest. With Mistress, what happened to her closing down? That's what started all this for us. Like, we weren't quite streaming yet. We were talking about it, and then Mistress went down and was like, "Okay, let's start streaming. Oh, let's look for a new home." And we connected with Mike over at JCD and Hobby, and he's like, "Our 40K is dead." I'm like, "We can help fix that.
Let's start it up."
Yeah, and then it's just been a rocket up. So we play now. So we changed the stream. So just so a heads up, this is the last week of Wednesday's Hobby and Hang. This is moving to Mondays. We're going to have it sometimes remote set up. Sometimes it'll be like this. And then Wednesdays will be our 40K. And then we're going to have at least twice a month 30K. And if it gets real popular and he's got free time, we'll see if we can expand it.
Yep.
And then we're going from there. So this channel is growing and changing. But what also that means, Fridays, JCD Hobby, we will be there, at least a few of us, if not all of us, every Friday weekend. That's not a tournament, major event. So come hang out for sure. And then at some point, this gentleman probably have a 30K night going over there.
I just got a text from my buddy Adam. Shout out to him if he's watching.
Adam
said worst case, if he can't bring his Smurfberry boys, he can at least let me borrow an army and we can play them. They're so normal.
Which is good. Normal's fine, and as long as I get a little bit of a look at him, get a familiarity with him, right? Then I can play him halfway decent.
Well, that's kind of the cool thing too. Is like it's still tactical Marines and veterans. And
I got you.
The core same stuff.
I got you.
A little different rules.
Yeah, it'll be refreshing for me instead of being pure melee charge boys, right? Which I mean, I'm not saying I don't like World Eaters. Honestly, they are a hoot. I mean, in 30K, World Eaters are to me a great intro army. Like,
it's very easy. It's simple. They have tons of lore of killing each other.
Yep.
From Istvan from the Great Crusade all the way to Siege of Terra.
Killing each other. I mean, if you're looking for an army that's been involved in every little debacle and heretical, I don't know how to say it. If you want traders that have done it all, World Leaders probably are pretty heavily involved.
Yes, they're everywhere in all of them. The only thing is, and also just because they kind of, they retconned it into they are now they got into cloning at one point.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It feels a little advanced for them.
Well, the problem is they put the tortured genes or the tortured gene seed into these clones, and they're crazy.
Yeah.
And they're all berserkers now, and that's why they went crazy.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. I like it.
But yeah, they're everywhere. It's just a generic bad guy that's also easy to just kind of let people.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it kind of reminds me of the Red Corsairs, right? Because they've got their own little area. They figured out how to take the gene seed and reproduce, if you will, and they're kind of growing in strength on top of everyone joining up. Oh yeah, let's go with these guys. I'm mad at the Emperor, right?
Yep.
So
and they weren't
cool.
Especially with the Red Corsairs, they were, if I'm not wrong, they were kind of just not fully chaos. Well, I mean they're chaos, but they what was?
Go ahead, say it.
They used to they came from what was it?
Yeah.
What legion or chapter did they start
Oh gosh,
because they started as like a loyalist chapter.
Yeah,
that
but they were a loyalist chapter, but they were another what's the word I'm looking for? A successor chapter, if I remember correctly. So I can't remember which they were originally with, because I remember they got their butts handed to them by the space shark guys.
Yep. Yeah.
It took like 3 sub chapters to like subdue them for a bit. And then, of course, melt their... Basically, he's like, not their Primarch, but their chapter master.
Yeah.
I can't remember his name.
Huron Blackheart.
Huron, yeah. He got melted partially. And then Chaos blessed him, and he's back to good stuff. Let's see what the chat... Oh, Astral Claws. Thank you.
There we go. Okay, yeah.
Thank you, Colonel.
Because there's a lot of people that like doing Astral Claws out there. I've seen a lot of their...
I even have to switch models for 30... Yeah, well, you know, it's...
What's that?
Well, you know how, like, GW made a very good reason, or at least their own very good reason of why 30K models no longer were going to be supported in 40K, right?
Yeah.
Which I'm, honestly, as someone who's trying to have this on the stream, I'm appreciative of the fact that now 40K players are not in competition with 30K players for models.
Yep.
So there's that good part of it. But if you're someone who is like, oh, I'm buying these really cool tanks, Travis, pink poop for Travis, then you know you're in a different situation. And then of course I'm seeing tons of 30K models going up for sale on the internet, and pretty good prices. So if you're either wanting to get into 30K or whatnot, this is a pretty good time to pick up some models.
Yeah, because a lot of those bigger stuff, especially like tanks or even like the Leviathans, they're not cheap.
Yep.
They're cheaper now that they're all a lot of that stuff's in plastic. Really, I think it's only the super heavies now that for Heresy that are not in plastic. Everything.
Travis, thank you, Travis, for a pink poop. Woo! But yeah, no, I agree with you. Like that, it's the Knights. Of course, that makes sense that they keep it, and then of course, boo Custodes. I'm sorry, Banana Boys, but I have to boo you from time to time.
What all have they lost?
Custodes lost nothing.
They didn't lose. Oh, so they have all their. They can have like the big Orions and stuff.
From my understanding, they lost nothing. They can play it all. Wow. So if you're a Custodes player, you have plenty of Forge World to buy, with no question. And I mean, honestly, that's fair, right? To that Custodes aren't the problem. It's all those dirty Space Marine players.
Well, I saw those Custodes armies that were all bikes from the tournament.
Yeah, oops, all bikes. Yeah.
What's up with that?
Well, bikes were really good finishing out nights. They're not perfect, right? They have their weaknesses, but they could take down demon armies pretty well. They were great into knight armies. What does it say? We lost
50% of our models.
Thank you for the info. 50% of our models are Forge World. Yes, agreed. When half your army is Forge World, it would be a little rough to cut. And then
which army is that?
That's Custodes.
Oh,
they're still very heavy.
If they lost it, that would be nuts.
So if you're a Custodes player, it's almost natural for you to want to play 30K because why not?
Oh yeah. The only and the thing is like. The only thing that's a little different are the bikes. The bikes are cooler. Not gonna lie, the 30K
bikes
ones
are.
But...
Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of torn. I've seen the 30K ones. I like them both.
I'm not totally an expert either on like the weapons loadouts on what. The
are. Me neither.
That might be a point of contention, but
yeah, I don't know, guys. How's chat feel? Does chat feel like the 30K version of the Custodes bikes is better, or do they feel like the 40K bikes are better? I mean, I don't ever see the 30K bikes in tournaments, so I'm assuming it's pretty obvious.
Oh yeah, Travis saying upset they come out with these cool new plastic kits for things and then take the rules away, but whatever. I guess I'll have a couple cool tanks for the stream.
Well, I told him, he could always, paint them up for the stream for 30K.
Yeah. And the Colonel is Tim, one of the Resident Custodes guys on the Discord.
Nice. Yeah, I know Tim. I didn't know he called himself the Colonel.
The Colonel.
I need some chicken, sir. I need some chicken. But no, bikes are fun. Okay, prefer the 40K. I hear you, Sir Coach, show off the Pathfinder 2E. I love that name. Hey, how was your time with, or if you're still doing your mini wargaming streaming stuff? How was that? How is it? I mean, would love to hear more about that as well. Sounds like a hootenanny for sure. Let's see, we got this guy. I need to put a little bit of love, but yeah, I mean, there's a lot. I mean, right now it's like the getting's good for 40K. And I'm super excited. Let's see. Anybody know any 30K players that want a termite transport?
I bet I might know a couple.
Yeah,
just one termite. I'm sure they can.
There's probably a possibility.
Yeah.
That's hilarious, though. Let's see.
They're usable. There's a whole thing. There's a type of reserves that's called a subterranean assault.
Oh, that's it. Yeah, that's perfect.
Anybody can do. Yeah.
Oh, I like it. That sounds perfect. Yes. Let's get a little bit of. Let's get this livened up. Oh, that's a little too much pain. Let's get that off the brush. Trying to get these ready for their skin prep.
Pathfinder said he has another game tomorrow.
Oh, another one.
Yeah.
Nice. Well, share the link with us later, like in the Discord, please. I would love.
Yeah, what is the turnaround? Because they pre-record.
Yeah,
right?
is that pre-recorded then? Because if it is, okay, cool.
I mean, it might be. I mean, I wonder how long it takes to get those out.
Yeah, because miniwargaming.com, I've literally been watching them since when YouTube came out, when they're like, hey, we got models for sale, right?
Yeah.
I've been literally watching them for that long. So and actually, I was so disappointed. The blonde haired gentleman, I keep forgetting his name. He literally walked by me at Warhammer Fest, and I noticed two.
Matt,
not Matt, but the other gentleman.
I can't remember all their name. Yeah.
Either way, Colonel, if you were not Colonel, but Coach, if you remember Sean as your real name, if you remember the blonde haired guy's name, because I saw him at Warhammer Fest, and literally by the time I could say anything, he didn't notice me. Yeah. I was disappointed because I was like, dude, even I'm goo there.
Right, yeah. Well, I mean, when you're watching those people since,
forever.
20 years.
Yeah, exactly.
Is that how long they've been around?
I think 14 or 15 years. It's been a long time. So, yeah, it was just way cool. It's just like when I got to meet Scary the first time. Mm. He's been on the internet for a long time, and just getting to meet him, I was like, oh my God, it's Scary.
Right.
I don't even care if you're Art of War. I'm just happy it's Scary. You know what I mean? So, I mean, Scary has been a really cool dude. I like to think of him as a friend, but I also think of a lot of people as my friends. So, I'm sure he's acquaintance. But he's always friendly. He chats it up with me on occasion, which I like.
That's awesome. When you meet people from online, they're not just a talking, floating head. They're human beings that are really cool. And I think that's really prevalent in this hobby. I don't think I've really met anybody, even big name people at Adepticon I've met. They're normal people.
Yeah, they're normal people for sure.
They're into wargaming and.
Yeah, no, I agree with you 100% on that. And what's been really a blessing is the fact that they're putting up with me. But no, it's amazing to meet them and to find that, like you said, they're just real people, doing just happen to be a little more successful in what they're doing. That's all.
Yeah, well, they put their time into trying to get the content out there. And
yeah, for sure, and that's what we're doing. So
exactly.
That reminds me. For I had an amazing moment, and I have to give her a shout out. We finally know that she's a shirt, but we have Sonia, otherwise known as Hawkster in our Discord, who both scared me and flattered me all at the same time. And I'll explain what I mean by this. So I felt a presence behind me, and I turn around, and she was like, she hadn't introduced herself yet, and she was like, I have to talk to you. And I was like, I was about to say it, but I'm married. I mean, I was just like, well, what do I say at this moment? I was like, what's happening? And then she introduced her, I'm Sonia, and I was like, oh my God. It's amazing to meet you. And then she just told me how much she loves the show. She loves seeing my daughter on the stream a few times. Yeah. But the look she had was that look when you meet someone that, you're really, really excited to meet. And I've never had that before, so it was super flattering.
Awesome. Yeah, that's super.
Yeah, and it was.
Is that the first time that's happened to you?
So I've had people say, "Hey, you're that guy from."
You're that guy.
You know what I mean? And I don't know if that was good or bad.
Right.
But but in this instance, it was true excitement to see me that's that guy.
That's cool.
That I watch.
That's awesome.
So it was she made my whole weekend for sure, and she called Travis my name first. Because she ran to him first, and she was like, Steven? She's like, Steven? He's like, oh, that's so sweet, but my name's Travis. And she's like, oh. So, amazing lady. Super, super happy to meet her. Let's see here. What do we got? Not just a talking floating head. Someone hasn't seen the thumbnail for the videos. That's true, Travis. We're all floating heads
right
for the thumbnails. Let's see. Tim's got also, what's the resin kit going on? Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah.
This is what happens, Tim, when you're late.
Yeah,
go ahead, tell them what you're doing.
A full-size Warhound Titan that I have.
Woo!
Cleaning up all the bits. I'm getting the feet are apparently where you got to start. So
yep.
And I've got my little reference buddy. I guess I should probably put him in there.
There you go.
The frame.
Yes, he.
But that is the Adeptus Titanicus Warhound. And that's what these like big shin plates are. It's kind of
funny. Oh yeah, and then to add
to see the size difference.
Yeah. Well, the fun story too is he told me he was bringing one to build, and then when he comes to the door, the first thing he shows me the little one.
Look at this little warhound I brought.
Yeah, and I was like, I told everyone you're bringing a warhound,
like a real one.
Yeah, not that. So but then he was like, pulls out the box. I'm like, oh, thank God.
Yeah, there's then 10 pounds of resin in a box, and he's okay, there we go.
I was like, okay, I feel a little better now. Well, that was truly hilarious. Okay, so all the witches have their skin done. They've got their weapons done, and it looks like I gave them all the touch-ups they needed. Don't see a lot left to do. I think it's just basing time for the witches.
Oh, nice.
And putting some blood, of course.
Oh yeah,
on
I can
their
help
blades.
With that.
Well, I've got some right here. Don't worry. I know you like it too. But
thank you for including me in that. I brought stuff to build, not paint.
Yes, but this stuff, Blood for the Blood God is truly amazing stuff.
Liquid magic.
And then if you get, here, let me grab something that Travis gave me as a gift. Oh, by the way, Travis's birthday is this weekend coming up. So happy birthday, Travis!
Happy birthday, Travis!
Hey, if you got pink poops and cake, let's go. Pink poop and cakes for Travis for his birthday. I think he's only 24 now. What a baby! But
really?
No, that's a lie. But either way, he gave me this ooh-hoo stuff. Not ooh-woo stuff, but ooh-hoo stuff.
Yeah.
And you mix this apparently with your stuff. Well, go ahead, tell me more.
I've used it.
Yeah,
I actually just used it for the first time for blood. You can you tease it with like a toothpick.
Yeah.
So like you
tell me more because I haven't used it yet.
So it's basic. It's kind of like a water effect.
Okay.
But you can make like streaks with it. And it has people online say, oh, you only got like 5 or 10 minutes. I found it took like about a half an hour to fully harden. But what you can do is it's really stringy. It
takes you that long to get it hard, huh?
Yeah, it does. They make medication.
Sorry, he fell for it.
Yeah.
Keep going.
But you can make like strands or big pools and puddles of this, and it dries clear.
Yeah.
It's really cool. It's like a water effect that you can tease around and get some cool effects with, or make like blood falling from something.
Okay.
Which is what I had on. Actually, it was the night before Bug Eaters, the event I went to last weekend.
Oh, nice.
I had a chain axe on my tank commander, and he's just got a pool, like flowing blood coming down onto the hatch of his tank, and it looks pretty cool.
It sounds amazing.
Yeah, so the event guys took close-ups of it.
So tell us about how I made you feel this weekend.
How I made you feel?
How I made you feel. I sent you a picture before I sent anyone else.
Oh, you are a bastard. I hate you. You put me in the right mindset to play some World Eaters, because I was ultra mad, because it was like Wednesday night, Thursday night, you got
Thursday night I was, Thursday morning I was there.
So if you guys saw the pictures, there's a World Eater helmet that GW has, right? And they bring it to all these events. They had it at Adepticon. And I offered one of their guys $100 to let me put it on my head for like 5 minutes, take a photo. And no. And I'm like, well, okay, let's keep talking more bigger numbers. I'm like, I brought money. I could do this. I shouldn't, but this is kind of cool. This bastard had just like in an empty room. Did you even ask for permission?
No, I did. I'm a gentleman. I'm a gentleman.
I just didn't see anyone else in the room.
That's because for those who don't know, I got to go and I messaged some people I know with GW that I made friends with and connections. And I said, hey, I didn't really feel like playing that weekend, but I was like, hey, I would love to come hang out with you guys. I know you guys. I'd love to help set up the event, work it any way that you have available. Just something I want to do, right? And they're like, you know what, Steven? Yes, you can come help us set it up. We could use you Wednesday, but if you can be here Thursday morning, that would be perfect. Come hang out. And I was like, you know what? I would. And then, and they're like, you know what though? We can't pay you, but you know what we can do? We can give you a free ticket to anything in the event. Whatever you want to do. And I was like, done. And so then I worked like 14 hours, between, like, I left at 4 a.m. Thursday, got there at 7:30, started working. About 30 minutes in, Mike from, who kind of mostly in charge of the GW event, I would say, starts bringing out the helmets. And I see it, and I walk up to him, and I go, I was like, hey, Mike. And he's like, what's up, Steve? He's like, can I put that on? He's like, promise you won't break it? I was like, I promise.
That's all it took?
That's all it took.
I offered that guy cash.
I know. Well, there's a difference.
I know.
I talked to the boss.
Yeah.
You were talking to his employee.
Yeah, I was just talking to one of the guys on the
floor. Which, either way. And so I got to put it on. And he was just giving me this look while I was putting it on.
And there's what, 10 of them? To choose from,
and I chose yours. Because I'm a dick.
Yeah, I know.
Well, I said to him, if you want to hear exactly what I told Mike, I said, hey, I have a friend I want to piss off. Can I please put this on? That's literally what I told him. If I give you the unedited version.
No, all the volunteer work to get in, like, that did nothing.
That did nothing.
He heard, I want to piss my friend off.
Yeah, can I please put this on? He's like, yeah, just don't break it. And that's what I did.
Oh my God.
Hey, there is a...
So maybe that's what I need to try next time, is just say, hey, I got a friend I want to piss him off.
Can I wear this? Yeah. I mean, that's what I did, and I got to wear it, and then I put it back, and they put it on display. Because he said I could put any of them on, but honestly, the only one I wanted was that one. Because I knew it would be meaningful to you. Just like when
that was pretty cool. It was cool, though. Yeah.
Well, just like when I went to Warhammer Fest, like, right, I didn't really take any pictures with a lot of the cosplayers, but then when I saw the Necron one, I was like, Travis needs a picture of this guy, and then the funny story is, like, he bumped me by accident with his hand. I was like, no, grab my head, that's perfect. Grab my head, bro. Yes. And he put that big claw on my head, and it was like magic.
That was pretty cool. That was an awesome.
Yeah, I was like super. So no, the one thing that you'll learn about me is if you're my friend, I want to, I will do little things, like, for example, because it's just who I am. I can't always buy you something. I can't always do certain things, but what I can do is harass you. I can show you shit that's gonna make you jealous as shit, but you love it.
Yep.
It's just too much fun. Like, for example, Dan, I believe his name is Osborne. He's an amazing painter. He paints Titans and Knights at a level you would dream of. And Castra from Art of War, and my friend, Castra I've known before Art of War, but he's a huge fan, and Castra's an amazing artist. What did I do? Because I worked with Dan on Thursday setting up his painting area and stuff. When Dan was done, I was like, hey, Dan, will you come over and check out my friend's models? And then he's come over and literally Castro's in the middle of a competitive game. And I'm like, yeah, look at these models. Aren't they gorgeous and blow? Castro turns around and goes, holy shit. Gives him a big hug. He's like, I love you, bro. And he's just hugging Dan Osborne. And he's like, my God. Sick. Yeah, I mean, I can do small things for my friends. You know what I mean?
Travis is asking, what's the version of that helmet? I might be able to find an STL for it. If you can get me a Mark IV helmet.
Oh, there we go. Mark IV.
Yeah. Oh, I know all the marks of armor.
There you go.
You'll get there too, Steve. Don't worry.
Oh, yeah, no. I figured it was Mark IV because that's the big push for this edition, right?
No,
I feel like it is.
The ones in the beaky helmet is the Mark VI.
Oh, that's a Mark VI. Yeah. Oh, my bad.
Actually, retcon. Mark VI was only given to, like, the Raven Guard and
yes, that's what I heard.
Yeah,
but yeah, no, it was just super, super. I'm super chatty. It was one of the things one of our Patreons. His real name's Chris. His Discord name is Penguin, as I call him for short, and he was like wanting to meet some of the guys, from our war and stuff. He said he was telling us at dinner. He's like, you know what I found out? If I just stand next to Steven, then
you will meet people.
You will meet people. He's like, I'm standing next to Steven, and all the Art of War guys are standing around him, talking to him. He's like, it was so easy to meet these guys.
Yeah. Well, I think, and that's the thing is, like, even like we were talking about, not everyone's a talking head.
Yes.
But
I am.
Oh yeah, the Colonel brought up a good point. Mark VI is called the Corvus pattern. So,
oh, look at him, nerd alert! I love you.
Which the Raven Guard Primarch being Corvus Corax.
Yes, that makes sense. Corvus Corax. His name
in like 2 different languages.
It's funny because the last time we were hanging out together, that's what we discussed, right?
Yeah, we talked about him.
Yeah, Raven.
Yeah, because I was brain farting on what his name even was, and then what do I get at an APOC game? Corax comes out of nowhere and starts charging at Angron.
I will have to give you a compliment. Now, there's only 2 people.
Don't do too much of that. My head's big.
No, well,
it can't fit in.
Mine is 2. Yeah. I mean, if we compare, you're only slightly larger than mine. But we're going to make it a little bigger right now. So there's only been 2 people that have literally been on this stream that have been able to, like, butt in, if you will. Because I can talk over people real easy.
Oh, yeah.
You and Travis always are able to get a word in.
Yeah.
I feel bad, like, Brandon or, and them, because they'll be like, just watching me talk.
Yeah.
You're able to, like, get a word in, which is good.
At least a couple. Especially you bring up heresy. That's where I'm like, no, stop talking, Steven. They're talking about heresy.
Yeah, and I'm like,
I've got to mention this to everybody watching.
Yes, for sure. I mean, I like, it's funny, like I feel like it's weird. It's hard to explain this. When I first got in, right, it was third edition. I was just excited to play. I didn't care about painting. I just wanted to get games in, right? And then 20 years later, I'm like suddenly I'm like, why didn't I look at this lore? Like, I'm actually like, I knew.
Did you never explore?
I looked at it a little bit. I knew about some aspects of it, like just like, okay, this is why the elves are so few numbers, right?
Like chaos good, emperor bad.
Yeah,
Like,
elves are rare. Let's go,
okay.
right? And I kind of left it there, but in the last 2 years, I've like been really diving into the lore, and then of course knowing that you were coming on with 30K, I started really diving into that.
Good.
And I like what I have to
30K has got a lot of well written stories. Dan Abnett's written a ton. Graham McNeil's another one that. I mean, they have a lot of good authors writing a lot of those.
But
books.
What I will tell you is, someone who loves competitive play and who loves just the game in general, the lore just for me now, it's just adds so much flavor. Like, so example, I posted a picture of 3 guys in the same pod with me. They were all Space Wolf players, and their question was, Steven, why are you in here with all the Space Wolf players? You're a Harlequin player. And I said, yes, that's true, but we all hate the Thousand Suns. And they're like, yes, that's a good point. And then just to have more fun, when I was rolling dice, normally, like when it's an important roll, I'll be like, Sigrax, I need you, brother. Here we go. But this time I was like, Sigrax. I was like, Lehman, come on, Lehman Russ. Add me, so, and they're like, you're praying to Russ? I'm like, dude, I need whatever it takes to win right now.
Whatever it takes.
Whatever it takes. We're rolling for whoever will bless my dice.
Whoever will answer, we will pray to. Huh?
Exactly. So
that sounds like what Lorgar ended up being into.
He's like, Father.
That attitude is what started the collapse of the Imperium.
There you go. Yeah, Lorgar was like, Dad won't admit it. I'm going around him. We're going to find some gods. Let's go. Yeah.
Oh, the colonel caught on. Chaos good. Sir, we're going to have to exterminate us.
Yes. Let's go. Oh my God, that is so true though.
And Odin's saying Battle Captain Garo is probably my favorite Heresy character. Yeah, he's like the one that the Flight of the Eisenstein really follows him. And it's fun because he goes up to Dorn, tells him, hey, Horus is killing all the Space Marines, and Dorn's like, no way, and almost kills him, and he becomes,
that's crazy.
Yeah, but Garo goes on to be one of the first of the
You can do this.
He becomes one of the Grey Knights, but they call him the
oh yes, he was like yeah.
They call him
the first son of Titan.
Yeah, they call them the
I don't remember either.
Oh now. Man, I'm brain farting on it.
Oh, anybody remember?
We were talking about him all weekend too.
Yeah, and, anybody remember what they called him? That's the question.
Because it was before the Knights they had, and before the Inquisition.
Because I remember they were pulling them from traitor legions. They were loyal, but they were from traitor legions. They were giving them a second chance.
Yes.
I don't remember what they called them either. I just know that Titan was what was selected.
He wanted to say Knights Templar, which the Colonel brought up Sigismund, which is triggering to me.
Triggered.
Sigismund is like by far 1000% the best non-Primarch, most powerful non-Primarch character in the lore.
Interesting. That's good to know.
I do not like playing against him in Heresy.
You're like, oh, not again.
Yeah.
I gotta remember to paint faces, people. And if I'm not painting on stream, I apologize. I'm always so terrible about missing my little spot. Let me move my mousey out of the way. But I'm trying here. Getting some I'm trying to do... What I'm doing is probably what I wouldn't recommend for the average person, is I'm painting details across multiple models. And then what happens is, suddenly I'll finish like 30 models all at once. But it'll take like a week. You know what I mean?
And it all looks terrible for like a month.
Yeah.
While you're painting it, and then you get the final details in, and you're like, oh, now they're done. Okay.
And then it's like, boom, you suddenly have like half an army finished.
Said the Knights Errant.
Yes, okay. That's right. Knights Errant. There we go. Heck, I mean, I guess I missed that when I was reading the lore, but yes, it rings true with so I love it.
There's not a lot like I think that follow them.
Yeah.
But they it is kind of an interesting thing where you have the prototype of what becomes the Grey Knights.
Yeah, for sure. And it sounds like at least Art of War thinks that they're going to be part of the top meta. for the beginning of this launch, which is
what did I see? Eldar and Grey Knights at the top of their list.
Yeah, and everyone agrees with the Eldar one for sure.
Yeah.
The Grey Knights is more because they're just super mobile. I can't speak to the rest of it because I still have to watch the video, but they are definitely mobile, so that's pretty cool. So I guess we'll see what the final results are when they're on the table. But hey, we'll know. Let's see. Yes.
Yeah. Dragon King. All become part of the hive mind. It's only a matter of time. Okay, all right.
Yeah,
the Tyranids.
I don't know what he plays. Do you have any idea what he plays? I don't know.
I'm gonna take a wild guess and say Tau.
Yes.
They are kind of a hive mind too, with the whole the Eldar really control them with pheromones.
Oh, I saw this. That reminds me. I saw this great argument breakout where people were like, dude, why would you play the Tau? They're communists. And they're like, dude, they are not communists. They have a caste system that is already not socialist, and that's already not communist. You're messing up. That is the opposite of that. If anything, that is like a monarchy system that we've already seen in England and across Europe for many, many generation, and all that. So definitely not. I would say if anything is a communist system, we're looking at NIDS. Golda, you're a communist. And we're looking at GSC, right? It's all this hive mind mentality, uprising against, those in power kind of thing, right? Yeah. So if you play NIDS or you play GSC, you're clearly a communist, and I probably still like you. Right? So that is where we're at. Yep. Just so you guys know, 20 minutes out to the giveaway. Don't go anywhere if you really want to know who won. Don't forget, Patreons got double chance to win. Everyone else gets single chance. We have this is our largest giveaway of the people involved. We have 64 names in the giveaway. It is amazing. And don't forget, this month after this giveaway, we have the Leviathan box going up for grabs. This is a great time to become a Patreon because on top of being a Patreon, right, we're going to change it up. Originally, it was $1, $3, and $5. Nobody's interested in $1, so we're dropping that. We're just going to go $3 and $5. But with that, 2 entries into our giveaways, which we're doing monthly, and they're getting better all the time because as you guys get excited about them and get involved and visit our sponsors, they're seeing that, and then they're giving bigger things to us, which is amazing. So thank you. But like I said, by getting in there, 2 entries, Patrons get a once-a-month opportunity to be on the stream, which is awesome. We've got our Improbable Wargaming team. Everyone's welcome to that, but Patrons, of course, we love having you on there. I mean, we went down to the KC event. Half the team was Patreons. It was amazing, and we got in the top 30. So Patreons can do it. Yeah. There's just lots of good reasons.
They can even bring the power.
Exactly.
To that kind of stuff.
And if you can't be a part of the Patreon thing, we understand. Just give us a like. Check out that sub button. It's all free. Get in our Discord. Link your account. It's a great way to help us grow, and in turn, you get something for free. We ship it to you at no cost. We only keep it in the continental U.S., so Canada and the U.S. We're not shipping over to Hawaii, and we're not shipping out to Europe at this time. We're just not big enough, but that's okay. One day. So all we really ask is tell your friends about it. Share the link. This is something we're super excited about. This is our passion project, if you will, and your guys' support really helps. I feel like we're NPR right now.
No, but that's what it is. Is like this kind of stuff. We're all. I think everybody that comes out here is super passionate about the game, and that kind of passion can't. It needs some kind of fuel to the fire.
Yes,
and that's all it is.
Oh, and that reminds me. Before I forget, we have our own Calvin going to be running our 10th edition league. Should be starting up here soon once we get the rules and everyone's stuff going. It's going to be, you can play it anywhere around town. It's going to be weekly. You can do even TTS. So if you're not local, you can still get games in. But Jay's is where we're promoting it at. But there's, wherever you can get the game in, we'll go from there. So super exciting. It's a great way to learn how to play 10th edition. A great way to introduce yourself to the competitive community that we're developing and all that. I'm going to crack a door open because it's just a little hot today. And my fan's not helping.
You're not feeling it at all? I can feel it.
Perfect. Got the door open.
I mean, only our torsos and upper.
Yeah, don't mind the sweat spots.
Yeah.
But yep. So that's kind of the cool things that are going on. We're trying really hard to make this more than just a stream, but a community. I mean, our Discord is so active. We've got
oh my gosh,
almost 130 people in there now.
Oh my gosh,
almost 130 people in there now.
Always talking about stuff.
Yeah, awesome, I remember when we first started, there was just 7 of us. You know what I mean? It was all the people who were our friends or on the stream. That was it. And heck, I remember, like, Travis and I always talk about is like when we first started doing this, it was literally our wives watching and us, and that was it, right? And we'd have like either Calvin producing or Calvin playing, and one of us producing, and it's just grown so much from even then, right? 9 months, we're nearly at 500 subscribers. It's growing rapidly. It's wild,
especially like in the past like 2 weeks, right?
Yeah,
a month or so,
for sure. And I don't mean to be manic, but you guys are making this super exciting for me. Yeah, it's just
you were like outside when I drove up here, and you're like, I'm trying not to be manic about this, but I'm like, just be. I mean, you gotta enjoy it, man.
Yeah, be you, right?
Yeah, exactly. Don't ever stop being you, man.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I mean, think you could if you tried.
No. I've told plenty of people, like, dude, I've been this guy, for 47 years, going on 48. It's just not really gonna change, and it's just crazy. So good to it's crazy when you have a dream and it starts actually manifesting.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think a big part of it is because you guys are reaching out to everybody, and you do those fun moments for people instead of just doing what you want to do, thinking about the people that you know.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, that's
fun for them too.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's one of those things where we're very, you wouldn't know, like, if you. Like, Travis is kind of a classic Iowan, a little more shy at times. He'll be Iowa nice to you, right? Midwest nice all the way. But once you get to know him, the man is generous, kind, caring. He even likes people a little, which is amazing. He's a weird Iowan. He likes people. But, that's kind of the nice thing about us, right? We really do want all of us to benefit, right? It's easy when you see, and I'm not going to badmouth any streams by any means, but it's easy to see streams that you could tell it's like a me thing and stuff.
Yeah, it's like an ego trip type of thing.
And that's, and for us, it's like, nah, I'm still weirded out in a good way when people are like, hey, aren't you from the internet? Kind of thing. Like, what?
No, I'm actually from Iowa. I'm not,
I'm not from the internet.
I wasn't born in a tube full of cats.
Woo! That sounds like a place to be. My wife would love it. I gotta tell her the directions of that one. But so it's just crazy. There was this like period where we had a month where we grew a lot, and then we just literally for like a month it was like nothing, and then that's when I was definitely
like
more
butt in the smoker, man.
Yeah, I was just like,
But the thing is,
there's a pink poop from Travis. Oh boy, I probably made him blush. Yeah,
you're talking about him.
He is our IT king for sure, and
said he made that Dark Eldar photo of you, that Photoshop.
Oh,
that was pretty cool.
Well,
man.
First off, we can tell that you don't know anything about elves. And I love this about you. That was a Craft World guy, not Dark.
Oh, is that the dude that came out with that Gilman's girlfriend?
Oh God, it probably was.
Yeah,
but I found it. And I was like, Travis, help me out. I really want this to be like with my face on it.
What's the guy's name?
Oh, Oldrad Oathway, you mean? Or like, well, there's a couple guys. I'd have to go.
Which guy is it?
That's one of the stories.
I saw you with pointy ears and like a fur coat. I'm like, oh God, this is an Eldar. It had to be Dark Eldar.
To me, no.
Or Drukhari, sorry.
Drukhari, yeah. But no, to me, it's Eldrad Uthway.
Oh, okay.
But, and he's behind the scenes on all sorts of shenanigans in the elf world. Mm-hmm. But no, I can't,
It's actually in the heresy books, too.
Troublemaker. Mm-hmm. But, he actually caused a lot more humans to die because of his troublemaking that he thought he was being helpful. But, it's just one of those things where I know him, but I don't know all of his stories. I got to, see some of his shenanigans in the video games and stuff and that side of it. Most of the lore that I've dealt with of late with elves has been with Ynnari and them, getting relics and stuff together.
Okay.
So I'm more familiar with that, where they're dealing with a lot of that. It's funny when you read the elf books, it's way more serious, it's way more somber too. They're like, we're trying to save our people, it's a desperate, battle. And so, you have to be in the right mindset for that, for me at least, Whenever I'm not in that mindset, that's when the orc books come out, and it's like, let's go, boys!
Let's just kill stuff.
Let's kill stuff, and then you learn that the way people perceive orcs and the way they are in the books is not the same thing. Orcs are far more intelligent. Hell, I was just starting to touch on the Beast.
Yeah, I've heard. Yeah, I've
heard
the Beast series is.
Yeah,
awesome.
There's this whole period between the Horus Heresy and 40k period where humanity's kind of finally has peace. Everything's kind of settled down, and then freaking
not for long.
Yeah, and then an asteroid shows up over Terra, and orcs show up, and they're like humongous. And they speak perfect English, and people are like, "What's happening?" And they're like, "You must surrender. The Beast is coming," kind of thing. They're just like,
"Oh my god!"
Of course, humans are like, "Middle finger."
Yeah.
And off we go. So
scum.
I've got a lot more to read on there, but I've been so busy.
We just fought off like gods.
Yeah, exactly.
Get off my lawn,
Well, dude, that's what I love. Like when they show some of the fights going on, and they show one of these orcs, right? And he is literally. He's full size, like what they would be back when the Eldar were blowing them off the pants.
When
they're Quarks.
Yeah.
And this guy's carrying a Space Marine in his hand.
Oh my god.
Like he's a human, right? Wow. Just a regular human. I mean, that's how big they were.
Jeez. In the Beast?
In the Beast.
Folks? Wow.
Yeah, in the Beast, they were left alone long enough to start, like, almost coming back to being what they were.
Wow.
And if it wasn't for the fact that, they decided to go to his homeworld and attack, they wouldn't, who knows what would have happened.
Yeah.
And then, of course, you learn later on that the Adeptus Mechanicus and them took their homeworld and hid it in a new location,
The orcs ones?
Yeah, the orc homeworld got moved by the Adeptus Mechanicus, right? And it was hopefully to stop all these little orc uprisings, right? Because they spread spores everywhere and they just keep coming back. And so it was like this attempt, and then this planet kind of over time gets forgotten about as it was the orc homeworld. And they're like, why the frig do orcs keep attacking this planet? And then, of course, Gazgul's like, I'll tell you why. You know what I mean? So, yeah, there's just, orcs are just, to me, like, I don't always enjoy playing them because I love speedy elves, but their lore is probably my most favorite.
Yeah.
I mean, why not?
I like how
Imperial Fist, yes.
Yeah.
But well, I mean, the Imperial Fists are known, right? They're known for being orc fighting machines, right? Yeah. So that's what they do.
The Crimson Fist.
Yeah. So so too funny.
I'm sorry.
Now we got a Horus Heresy guy over here. He's gonna be smack talking old stuff here.
Well, I'm gonna smack talk any loyalists.
There you go.
I might be doing Dark Angels here now, but. Soon, once I get frustrated with this and stuck.
I love that when we were talking to Alex, and Alex is like, dude, I've literally marked myself with chaos. It's like, good, now get yourself a loyalist army. Yeah. It's like, bro, I can appreciate that.
It's only on one arm. Get a tattoo on the other arm.
Yeah.
Like, get on board, man.
You can be like they did in Constantine. I love that movie, Constantine.
Yeah.
When he's like trying to cast out the demon that's hiding in the shadows, and he's like, you gotta have the two marks, bro, and bring them together.
Yeah, come on, Alex, just bring them together, man. That's what it is. I hope he's listening, so he knows.
Yeah, for sure. I heard they're going to be having Constantine 2, finally. So I'm super excited about a little bit of a DC Universe expansion in that regard. So there's a few things I like in DC.
DC's kind of been in a hot seat.
Well, Shazam has been good for them.
Yeah.
Shazam, they finally figured it out. I watched Shazam twice. I really did like it. Was it?
The new one?
The new one is good. It's available on HBO Max, and I love HBO, so I follow that. And I really enjoyed it. I feel like if you're a comic book fan, this is an amazing time, right? Amazing time. Let's see what we got here. Yeah. Well, sadly, just found out that list I gave been painting and testing can be used at an event in 2 weeks. Can't or can? Sadly, we just found out. The list I've been painting and testing can't. No, I'm so sorry, Dragon. That sucks so bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's rough. I know that Bug Eater said that they might be using 10th edition. They're just trying to find out exactly when it's gonna be available. Personally, I think they shouldn't. But
they've always been in that boat just because of time frame. So I go there to play Heresy.
Yes.
Which they did all the non 40k last weekend.
Yes.
But it seemed to me like people have more fun there because it's like the last hurrah for an edition.
That's a good point.
Or it's kind of like the end of a season. So like, man, I think last year I walked around. No, a few years ago. It was like 2019. I saw like 4 or 5 Thunderhawks in 40k games.
Oh, that's crazy.
It was just like I don't follow the meta, but I didn't think that those ever became.
There are definitely people who are doing their own thing, and there's nothing wrong with that.
No.
I mean, like for me, like dude, at Kansas, I was the only Harlequin player, and it was definitely an uphill battle. I won some, I lost some, I took some serious lumps, and I just could not play Space Wolves anymore. But outside of that, it was a good experience. Got to see a lot of friends. So yeah, I mean, there can definitely be some crazy lists that come out at tournaments that you just don't expect. You know, I mean, heck, I've been in RTT where a guy literally brought his Warhound. You know, just because. Why not?
Is that an entire army?
It's 2,000 points. He showed up with it. He lost every game, but he had a good time.
Oh,
and
man.
And of course, that's an easy way to get yourself a wooden spoon, for sure.
Yeah.
For as long as you don't try too hard, right?
Yeah.
Now we are 5 minutes away from the giveaway, so we're gonna be getting close.
Might be starting to glue this thing together.
Oh, there you go.
Getting to that point, it's scary. I don't want to put glue down.
You don't want to put glue down.
I just want.
Well, if you need to put glue down, we've got paper towels. We'll get that for you if you need it.
So, instead of doing it on this thing.
Yeah, we've spilled enough glue on this table in the past. There was a stream where Travis and I got extremely inebriated off of the fumes, if you will, as I spilt stuff all over the table. And it was we were giggling a lot. The stream seemed to enjoy it. So that was hilarious. Good times. And half the table seemed to come up paint-wise. Yeah. So.
Oh, Travis said Bug Eater is planning on banning Eldar.
Oh, yes. There's been talk about ban.
Wow.
I've seen. So I get to be in a couple little private discussions that have TOs and stuff in it. And the discussion right now is that, Eldar are broken and they're not going to allow them. And so if
they do 10th edition.
Yeah, if they do 10th edition, you're probably not going to get to play your Eldar. It's not your fault. It's it's just a GW thing, and it's okay. I'm glad I had all my elf models before they announced all that stuff, because they're probably sold out like crazy.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Because that's what happens. But yeah, no, I mean, just don't worry about it. GW will get it figured out. Things will get balanced, and hopefully Eldar recover, because I know, there's some armies that when they get banned and stuff, the hammer can come down way too hard. Let's hope not, but time will tell.
I think it'd be cool if Bug Eaters would get into that like first event of an edition.
Yeah.
And having it be more fun that way, and having maybe more of a relaxed environment.
Yes.
Or just more, I guess not even relaxed, more fun. Like, all right, let's just see what the hell we can do.
Yeah, I know it'd be really interesting for sure. But I can't imagine the headache it'll also be. But
for TOs, yeah,
I mean, they're gonna literally be having a book open in there, right there on their phone or whatever.
Oh yeah.
So it could be really a thing. I don't know how I feel. Like I'm kind of working towards this idea of helping judge and all that stuff. Like I'm definitely a competitive person, but that also can be bad because I don't like losing. But when I'm just doing the judging, I don't care who's winning, who's losing. Just
care about the rules being done right.
Exactly.
Or, the game's being played right.
Exactly, and that to me is a lot of fun. And so who knows? I'll keep working on trying to break in on the TO side or the the judging side and all that. So who knows? But I'll still be playing competitively here and there and everywhere, because that's what I do. I still will be doing it. Oh goodness, we're getting so close. Okay, guys, as we're getting closer, let's see, let's pick an emoji. What are we thinking? Let's see. Let's go ahead. Everybody, I just put the emoji in. Let's go. Pick this emoji, put it in there. We can get this giveaway going. Don't be shy. Don't be shy. Put the emoji in there. You want to. You break something?
No.
Okay.
I'm afraid I'm gonna glue stuff backwards.
Oh yeah, don't do that, because we had super spammy lists every edition, and we roll with it. That's true. I agree with you 100%. We just deal with whatever is whatever, and things will get fixed. That's just how it is. Don't worry. It's still a fun game. At least I think so. But either way, let's get those emojis going. We're approaching the giveaway time. Let's get some excitement, drum rolls, and whatever you got. There's gonna be just one massive giveaway. It's gonna be something you're all gonna want. It's basically $200 worth of models. Let me know.
Yeah, have you talked about what exactly is being given away? Have we talked about that yet tonight, though?
We didn't talk about tonight.
Okay.
Let me finish up painting this, and then let's discuss it. Let's show it off, and then let's get this sucker on the road. Just doing some quick painting here. Sorry if you can't see it. I'm so bad about doing it on camera.
This thing with just the legs halfway assembled is already taller than my camera.
I love it. You're just like, let's go. Okay, get this silver. Okay, it's coming along, people. It's coming along. Let's clean off the brush. Oh yes, there we go. We got gold trophies going up. I love it.
There we go.
Let's get a couple more. Let's go. Couple more. We're at 13 viewers. Come on. I should see a ton of these trophies. Let's go. Now, I'm going to drop my camera view on what I'm painting. Don't mind that. I'm sure you don't. And we're going to remind everyone what we're giving away. And then we're going to go from there. So here we go. So this is what we're giving away tonight. Okay? This is about $200 worth of models. Space Marines, Necrons, Terrain Galore. Amazing giveaway. Coming to you from JCD and Hobby. Super, super grateful for the love they have given us, believing in us, and this is what we're giving away. So let's get some trophies. Let's go. We're about to do the giveaway.
There we go. I think we can do more, guys.
We can do more. Let's go. And then I'm going to do some myself. So let's get this wheel down. So let's go. We're going to talk about this. So it's just one giveaway. Remember, Patreon's got 2 chances. Everyone else has got single. There's 64 people on this list. Let's bring this wheel down. Let's go. It's the wheel of giveaways. Now, we're about to spin it. Let's see if I can get my mouse on the screen. I'm looking for it. Don't make me run over there, computer. I saw something. Where'd it go? Okay, we're trying. I'm failing. Where did I do here?
You can do it. Just keep the drum roll.
It's funny. I got this right when I wasn't trying, right. And then now it's
you did it so nonchalantly.
Here, this is the way. It feels like it's stuck on the screen. Give me a second. I know you're making you wait.
This is the way.
This is the way. Oh my god. Oh,
there it is.
Okay, it's what I need it to be. There, I think it's there. There we go. We're spinning. Woo! Let's go. Woo! Who's gonna win? Let's go. Oh, who is this? It's Decam. I have DKAMET, maybe an R at the end. Decametry is our winner.
Decameter. Decameter, like 10 meters.
Yeah, I like it.
1/10 of a meter.
Yeah, 10th of a meter.
Okay.
I hope you're in here. Are you in here? Let's see. Let's celebrate you for in here. Everyone, trophies, and pink poops for Travis, of course. Let's see. Pile of pink poops. Are you here? If you're not here, we're going to contact you in the Discord. You can either contact myself or Travis. Congratulations on winning the box. Now, like I said, we're going to close this up for now. Let me close this up now. There it goes. It's going away. Woo. Now, next month, or not next month, this month, we are giving away Leviathan box set. I will be posting a video tomorrow. I'm going to be over at JCD Hobby recording some footage for it. And we're going to be giving this sucker away as soon as we hit the end of the month. So, like I said before, that one was a great opportunity for someone to win who wasn't a Patreon. Almost all the other ones that were wins were Patreons. So there's always a Patreon chance to win. On top of the fact that Patreons are helping this channel grow. So lots of reasons to do it. Thank you to everyone. And we're going to be on here for another hour. So hang out with us while we paint Drukhari, build Warhounds, do all that stuff. But hey, Bahamut told you just missed the giveaway, or maybe you were here, but we just gave it away to Decameter. Super awesome. Really happy that we were able to provide that to them. We'll get in touch with them, get their address, and get that shipped out here in the next few days, maybe at the latest early next week. So that's kind of the plan. But super, super, super exciting. And like I said, Leviathan box is this month's giveaway.
There's a lot of models in that.
That is a ridiculous amount of models.
Even I think if you're not into either of those armies, you're getting an army. That's not like a boarding patrol or anything.
Nice. That's cool. You got 2 boxes pre-ordered.
Oh, wow, dang.
You are definitely set. I'm wondering, are you going to share the love with someone else? Are you keeping NIDS? Are you keeping the blue boys or whatever you're gonna paint? So tell us what you're doing. Are you painting Space Marines or are you doing both? I mean, what? Tell us more. But yeah, so how's your Warhound coming, my friend?
I just put the first piece together.
Woo.
Yeah. I'm not feeling good.
You're not feeling good.
I'm sweating.
Oh, we were definitely sweating for real.
Oh yeah, I mean it's still like probably 80 degrees.
We should totally consider doing a GoFundMe for an AC in here.
Yeah,
I think
a window unit.
Yeah, I think that is one of our next projects for this time of year, because
yeah, having that door right there.
The door is helping for sure.
Mm-hmm.
The mosquitoes that are going to eat you are definitely a thing too.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to just whack you for funds.
There we go. Got one.
Yeah, but I think that is going to have to be our policy of definitely using bug spray and moving air around here. But let me see. I'll put this other fan on. Give us some breather. Feel free to talk to this.
Yeah. Anyone has tips on what I'm doing? This is actually not the last Titan by any means, or by any stretch of imagination. This is first of 4. I think we were talking about that before we started.
Yes.
I have plans to have 4 of these things.
Whew.
So craziness. I'm going for a pretty static pose. So nothing too crazy. But if someone has tips on like how to build Titans, I think that's kind of just a good topic too.
Yeah, that's a good question.
You know, I've built large resin models like the Spartan assault tanks.
Okay, yeah.
Both of the ones I have built are, they're like, you get them in the box and they're 4 pieces.
So no real
like
challenge.
The entire side with all the track assembly on it.
Oh, well, that's nice.
Is 1 piece.
Okay.
And then, like, you know, I guess there's more pieces to each quad las cannon than there is actually a total, like, for the chassis of the tank.
Thank you, Dragon Man. Lemongrass or citronella? By the door. Yes, good point. Odin von Bismarck. Get good. I love it. That was the answer. Get good.
That's the pro tip. Thank you. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Yep. Let's see, Cuddle. 1 piece at a time is how I build Titans.
Cuddle?
I love it. 1 piece at a time. That's
how.
Oh boy. The help is really coming in.
Yes, I appreciate it. You know what? Sometimes you need to just be told, hey, you know what you need to do is get good.
Yeah, get good.
Yep.
There's
nothing wrong with that.
Yes. That's why I love that little thing I found. It was a meme I shared where it's like, I feel depressed. And then it shows like Chaos, different gods going, hey, you know, these are just feelings that you need to embrace. And another one's like, hey, change is good. It's okay to be feeling down right now. You know, it goes through them all. And at the end, it shows the Emperor and says, man up.
Man up. Yeah, it's not even his face, just the friggin' arms crossed.
Yeah, just man up and stop talking about depression. And it's like, oh gosh, thank you, Emperor. You're so helpful. Now, that reminds me, while we're here, I'm going to bring up something that's kind of, you know, we had something really exciting. We're going to talk about something a little sad. So just 2 days ago, my friend sadly was found dead in his car. He died of a cardiac event. We're not sure exactly all the details. Sadly, it was caught on video, so it's the people who watch it definitely were not in a good place when they saw that, especially because they cared about it. Why I'm bringing this up is, you know, as we all know, we're not all the best shape in 40K, and we sure as hell don't eat the best food. As a nurse myself, I don't always follow what I preach, right? But I've decided that after he was only 35, right? Young man. So, you know, I'm going to start getting back into walking, getting active, and start watching what I'm eating and trying to make sure I don't have my family left behind suddenly without warning, right? And this is not to be preachy, but just think about, yes, we can paint these models and have a great time playing this game, but don't forget about taking care of yourself, both mentally and physically. You know, it's the one thing that men suffer through. There's 2 of them, really. We suffer through depression, and we don't tell people about it. We just man up.
We don't like to talk about it.
We don't like talking about it.
Yep.
If you're having those struggles, please reach out to your family,
resources
your
out
friends.
there.
You'd be surprised who cares. And yes, there's resources outside of that, right?
Yep.
And then on top of it, don't just sit on the couch and not do anything. You can go for a walk. You can, you know, grab your buddies and like, let's go do something.
Yeah.
You don't have to just, you know, take your chances with what happens, like my friend. Like, learn about what the signs and symptoms are when something's really wrong, right? Because clearly he didn't call 911. He didn't know what was really happening, and now he's no longer with us, and he left his family behind, right? So, if you're having shortness of breath, if you're having chest pain, if your legs are swelling up, if you're, all these kind of things, they're not normal. Talk to your doctor, right? Talk to someone and get help, and let's change our lives. We can still play this amazing game, but take care of ourselves too, okay? Yeah. Now, I'm going to get off my soapbox. But it's a good one to be on.
It is a good one. I think a lot of people don't. That's something that I've personally tried to get through too recently. Is trying to make it more of not like a punishment. To get up, walk around, go to the gym.
Exactly.
And it just make it part of your day and part of what you do every day. Wake up, and for me, I kind of break.
Yeah, I mean,
it's just getting up and moving. They say even just a little bit of movement.
I mean, minimum.
If you go from 0 to like 30 minutes a week has way more impact on your health than somebody who's out the gym 5 days and goes to 6 days.
Yeah, I mean,
just getting up, moving around.
Walking is a great place to start. You don't need to start running.
No,
you don't have to start lifting weights.
You shouldn't, because you got to start small, or else you're gonna hurt yourself.
You're gonna hurt yourself. You're gonna be all suddenly like, never mind, and then you're back to where you were.
Yep. And now you have to sit on the couch
exactly because you're hurt. But instead of like, for example, you want to go get a drink of like, let's say you're getting a pop, right? Okay, fine, not the best product, but if you're gonna do it, don't drive. Walk over.
Yeah, if you
take your wife, take your friend.
Gas stations are always within walking distance.
Exactly, walk over, and
that's a great idea, man.
Because that'll get you something. What I used to do before. See, I got hurt. I got a bulging disc that I'm using. These are my excuses. Let's not use excuses, but this is what stopped me at one point was the bulging disc and messing up my leg. But now I'm better, so I don't have an excuse. Now it's time to go, and it's too easy to use excuses. So like I said, just find a great opportunity to go walking about. I mean, heck, if you're hanging out at the Warhammer store, right, and Jason goes for his lunch, go for a walk around the mall.
Yeah, don't just like hang in your car or something. You don't always have to eat at weird times too.
Yeah, exactly. They're not the best times because it's just a store and he can't do what he can't have it when he needs to. But for everyone else,
or like what we used to do when I played at I used to play Mayhem at least once a week. Sometimes twice. You can walk to the Bebops. Because there's a thing that goes under the bridge. And that's a great thing. That's a good point. There's walking trails. There's Hy-Vee just kind of down the ways. Like maybe walk around the parking lot or walk to the gas station that's in the same parking lot.
I have so many jokes, but they're so inappropriate. I can't add to that.
Inappropriate?
Well, have you ever watched the movie Kentucky Fried Movie?
I don't watch movies.
Okay, if you want a movie it's from 1970s, it's completely inappropriate in every way. If you are sensitive, easily triggered, please do not watch this movie and then blame me for watching it. But if you want a movie that's going to curl your hairs, and here's the thing, laughing is good for you. It opens up the airway, it reduces stress. So trust me, worth watching. But Kentucky Fried Movie is going to curl your hairs, make you laugh, and there's some moments in there that just also make you blush. I'm a huge fan. I've watched it at least.
Make me blush.
Yeah, baby. I've watched it at least 30 times. It never gets old. There's literally a scene. This is the mild scene. So they take a scene from Enter the Dragon, and remember when the alarms are going off and he's running around in his red suit, hiding in the trying to whatever he was stealing at the time. Well, instead of it being an alarm system, they have a guy with a siren like this in his hand and a light on top of spinning light, and he's going rah, 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 running up, and it's just hilarious. There's even an opening scene that's hilarious where the guy's like, you betrayed me, blah blah, and he's like, sorry sir, please forgive me, and he cuts his head off, and he's like, now that's a warning, don't you ever do that again. He just kills him, right? It's just level of stupidness, and then there's other things that I just cannot bring up without possibly losing our stream. So, But that's the mild stuff, and amazing. That's Mosquitoes are really loving me right now.
Usually, I'm the big target of them.
Usually my wife is too, but right now they are. We've brought them in to our
you closed sanctuary. The door,
I did close it, but there are a few snuck in, and now they're attacking.
Why even put the glue?
But yes, so either way, humor, exercise, all good for you. But Combat Patrol is listed the same as the 9th edition Codex. How do we have to be present to win the drawing? You don't have to be present to win the drawing. No. I was just curious if the person was. You don't have to be present. What is beneficial about you being present is it helps the algorithm learn, show us to other people, right? That's the benefit of you being in chat, being here to watch. But you don't have to be. But we love it when you are. Please hang out with me. Please hang out with me.
Please spend time with me. Exactly. I'm so alone.
I'm so alone.
You have some more paper towels?
I do. We have them.
There, I see them. Oh, yes. I see them.
You got them. There we go. There you go. You're getting used to where everything is. Yeah. And if you notice, I did a big cleanup in here.
It does look nicer.
I've put some effort in. There's a lot of stuff that got thrown away. If you know anyone who's in the Des Moines area who likes fly fishing, I have a ton of it. I will give it to them for free. As my wife puts it, I've had a lot of hobbies over my lifetime, and some of them still live in the house, and I don't do them. So if you're looking for fly fishing, thought about getting a fly fishing, this is a free giveaway. All you have to do is just DM me, man. You will be fully functional fly fishermen within minutes of coming over here to pick them up.
Wow.
So just something heads on. I'm not asking for money. Just please make my wife stop hitting me.
Now that's a cry for help right now.
My wife's like, please get rid of this. I'm like, I'm lazy. I'm sorry. So, yes. So please, if you know someone, tell them about this stream so they can get this stuff out of my house. Me. Oh, Golda, you want fly fishing stuff. Well, winner, chicken dinner.
There you go.
That's from my people because I went to high school in Vegas.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, yeah, Golda, we'll get it meet up. If you're serious, Golda, message me in the Discord. I will bring it to you Friday if you're really serious. You will be a very happy man. No special groping required.
That does make me feel special.
Woo! So, usually, when you get things for free, heavy petting is required, but not in this case.
Not here? Okay.
Not here. We try not to. Only
try not to.
If you're looking for heavy...
sometimes it's irresistible.
It's true.
Is that what you're implying?
It is. If you're looking for heavy petting, first off, be careful who you do it with. And I do recommend Travis. Pink poops of Travis!
Oh, I am glad I didn't just shove this in.
You need to be careful what you say around me.
Yeah, on topic.
On topic. He keeps tempting me to say things. Let's see here. That's so funny.
I need to go into my bag of pistons.
Woo!
This is what's the really scary part about this model is all of these things are pistons that have to be cut to custom lengths to how you have modeled your Warhound to stand.
So that's really interesting.
It is.
Thank you, Travis, and the Pink
There
Poops,
we go.
And thank everyone else for pink pooping. This is, I eventually, when Travis comes back on the stream, he's been very busy lately, and he had a sick kiddo this week. So, he couldn't be here. He wishes he was here. Trust me. He adores me more than the rest of you do. But he does wish he could be here. Well, once he gets back, I'm sure he'll find a way to get even with me with the Pink Poops. And I'm excited to find out how he'll do
he's
that.
not on board with Pink Poops?
I never asked permission. I just started doing it one day, and people encouraged me. And if you know anything about me...
I honestly just thought that he kind of liked the pink poop emoji and just thought it was funny.
No, this was totally my idea. And then he's just been okay with it seems. He hasn't complained once, and he's been sharing pink poops. So I think he's in.
He can't complain then if he's sharing them himself.
Yeah, exactly. He's asked for it. And, at one point he was doing brown poops, but he finally got on board. Pink poops for Travis. Yeah. What are you going to do? It is the symbol of love.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if that's true.
I don't know if that's true, right? I agree. We don't know if that's really true. But let's put it this way. It could be.
Peace don't go in there.
I mean,
gotta experiment what goes in here.
I'm going to share a little story. Because I know it may seem like I'm picking on Travis. And Travis is a very humble man and would not tell this story, at least that I'm aware of. So I'm going to tell everyone how amazing Travis is as a friend. I can't say he's good as a streamer. I mean, he's kind of awful, but that's okay. He's here. I love that. Like, you know what?
I'm trying to look up the instructions to this thing, and you're like just trashing on him.
But as a friend, for sure, the man is amazing. So here's what Travis did that made, in my heart, made him amazing. So when I was in England, my father, the stubborn man that he is, fell down the stairs and broke his hip. A lot of people know that. Not a lot of people do. Some people don't. What made Travis amazing is he came and was here with my father, got him to the ER, spent 8 hours with him in the ER while I was trapped in England, couldn't be here, and made sure he got to be well taken care of, and all that stuff. You can't, you can always wonder if someone's a friend or not. When it comes to Travis, I know he's my friend no matter how much I shit talk him. That man is my homie, and he is to be relied upon for sure. So one thing I can say about Travis is he's got a heart of gold, and he's your friend, you're a very lucky person. And I cannot say more about him without gushing too much. Yeah. Maybe it's not too much.
No,
but that's what I want to say. Yes,
people like that don't get recognized enough, and he's one of those people that
he could have simply been like, dude, because literally it was late at night, right? I mean, he was there until like 4 a.m. How many people do you know that would do that for your family,
especially for not just like your kid or your wife, but like anyone in your family?
Yeah, I mean,
going through that kind of problem.
Exactly. So it's just, I am forever indebted to that man. I don't think I could ever truly hold a grudge against him because he's just done just been too good to my family. So if you see Travis, remember that man has a heart of gold, and you are in good company for sure. And when he stomps you at 40K, just know he feels slightly bad about it. Maybe. Maybe.
It's kind of like a hot dog in a hallway.
Tell me more about that meaning. I don't think I've heard that one before.
Oh, you never heard that?
That must be a Midwest thing. I never heard that one.
Usually it's not about miniatures, if you know it. Talking about something else, but this piston is...
Well, I can read between the lines.
That's a little loose.
I love it.
Have not there you go. That problem.
Yes, officer, I'd like to report a murder. Oh, no. Here we go. That's hilarious. Colonel, you've been hilarious. It's been way too long since the last time I seen you, my friend. We used to hang out at Mistress regularly. When he got off of work, he'd show up and hang out with us, no matter how tired he really was. And we haven't seen him as much since Mistress has gone away. So it is super cool to see him in chat and supporting the channel for sure. Thank you, bro. Let's see here. And where's my KFC? Let's see. Oh, man. Let's see here. It was crazy, dude. Like, I got to my kids swimming, and even though it was cold and it was hardly anybody there, it turned into a huge fun thing. So,
where's that at?
Oh, Carlisle. They have a really nice aquatic center. Very family-friendly, affordable.
Okay.
For 5 people, it's $130.
Whoa.
You don't get that in Des Moines.
Yeah, you can't go out to eat for 5 people for $130.
No, and then it's for the whole summer.
Oh, whoa.
Yeah.
That's
for the whole season.
Wow.
I tell people all the time, like Carlisle Aquatic Center is amazing. They take good care of your kids while you're out there. Lifeguards know what they're doing, and it's just a great place. My youngest is now tall enough to ride on the couple of slides they have there, so she's super ecstatic. After being told no for 2 years, she's finally like, yes.
Did you do swim lessons out there with
I taught her, actually. So
you taught her. Oh,
so what happened was my wife started paying for swim lessons, and then I'll tell you this fun story. It was fun afterwards. So my daughter, I had done 2 years of swim lessons, and we were doing retriever training with my dog. And the new dog decided not to retrieve this dummy, and I was like, I looked at my daughter, I was like, hey, you know how to swim now, right? She's like, yeah, Daddy, I can swim. I'm like, well, hey, why don't you go out and grab that and bring it back? Show the dog how it's done. She jumps out straight to the bottom.
Oh, no.
I was like, mother effer. I'm diving in the water.
Yeah.
I'm like, I literally, like, you could just see her looking up from the bottom at me. I just reached out and grabbed her, pulled her out of the water, and chucked her to shore. And then I swam and got the dummy and came back. And so then I immediately told my wife, we're not paying them no more.
Yeah, obviously is not working.
Yeah, I'm teaching our children. So then that's when we started going to the aquatic center. That summer, both my girls were swim qualified because they take the swim test, right?
Yeah.
They both passed the swim test, were able to do all the stuff, and it was just me doing it. And I started with, hey, let's learn how to float. Hey, let's grab this off the bottom of the water. Yeah. You know, and we worked there. Once they were floating comfortably and going underwater comfortably, then I'd have them jump in the deep end, like the deepest end they allow.
Yeah.
And I was there, but I'd have them jump to me, right? Yeah. And then I'd make them float, and I'd make them learn how to try to get back.
Wow.
And once they showed to me they can get back, then we started working on more advanced things.
That's awesome.
And build their confidence and show. I wanted them to learn that, hey, if you fall in the water, you got this.
Right.
And I just taught them the things I learned in the Navy, right? They like, you know, where you like, you know, you basically like float like in a little ball shape, you know, and you just come up and you hold your breath and then you push on the water and bring your head up. Yep. Just the real basic survivor techniques. And now it
doesn't need to be complicated, and little kids can learn that stuff.
It's just, you know, how do you stay alive in the water when crap's gone wrong? And we got that out of the way first, because I appreciate what they're trying to show kids, you know, but I think
it's like too technical with
they're like blow bubbles underwater, kick at the side of the pool. You know, they're trying, but for me, that doesn't save a child's life.
Yeah, right? They're trying to make them like Olympic swimmers.
Well, and they're trying to build slowly. For me, I want to get to what the first problem is. I don't want my child drowning.
You're dying. What do you do?
Exactly. Let's get to the real problem. You fall in the pool. Can you float? Yeah. First rule. Can you float? And do you understand how to get a breath? Yes. Now we can stay alive until someone notices something's wrong.
Yep.
Right? Then can we get back to the pool edge? Because if you can grab, you can work your way to a ladder. You're going to be safe. You can save yourself. So we just work through that logic of like military logic, right?
Yep.
Can you stay alive long enough to be saved?
Yeah.
And then can you save yourself? And then now you know you can do those things. Now let's swim, right? Yep. So and then that way too, because like with the swim test they do, you have to swim in the deepest water. Like they literally cannot touch the bottom, and they have to swim 2 laps in very deep water, right? So this way, right? If your child is not like in enough cardiac shape, if you will, and they peter out on the second lap, now what's going to happen, right? They're going to sink because they didn't learn how to float.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, my kid, if they know they can just float, take a breather, rest for a moment,
they're going to make it,
and then keep going, right? So that's what my mentality is. That doesn't mean I'm like amazing, but I just took some military mindset, and I was like, my kids will be safe. You know,
you're dying. What do you do?
Exactly, because
you're about to die.
Yeah. Death is knocking. Can you stay alive? The answer is let's do that. Yes.
Yeah.
Because you know, the one thing I learned about kids, you know, and anyone who has kids, is they panic quickly. They don't understand and they just panic. And when you teach them that, first off, panic is the enemy, right? Staying calm, using what we're given, right? This is our tool. This is the reason why we're the dominant creatures on this planet, right?
Yep, exactly.
So we got to use this. We're not going to fight our way out of something in many cases, but we can think our way out of it. So that's what I want to I've been teaching my girls is think, not freak. You know,
think, not freak. Yeah.
You know, and
I like that.
Yeah. So it's just a good place to be. You know, so yay. And the one thing I've been teaching my daughters too is like, so the one thing we teach, you know, as a culture and is we will teach humans that in a situation where you don't feel safe, that we will worry about the other person. Let's say, for example, here's an example. We're getting on an elevator and we see a big monstrous dude in there and they scare us. Mm-hmm. We will worry. We'll be terrified of going with them. They're talking themselves the whole 9 yards.
Yeah.
We'll be more afraid of offending them. And then we are to just be like, I'll wait till the next elevator, right?
Yeah, right.
And so then we'll get on there and put ourselves at jeopardy. What I'm teaching my children is, no.
Make sure you live to try and not offend someone tomorrow.
Yeah, exactly. I told my daughters, my goal is for you guys to outlive me. Like when I finally leave this world,
you better live longer than I do.
Exactly. You guys need to, so that's the kind of stuff I teach them. Is it's okay to run away. It's okay not to get on that elevator. It's okay. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So that's the kind of stuff I like to instill in my children. Safety first. That's our rule.
Yeah. Yeah. Stay alive.
Yeah. I mean, like literally my family is 5 generations of military, right? We've got people in black and white photos wearing the blue, right? We've been fighting for and with this country forever.
Yeah.
So it's just a different mindset when you come from that.
It is.
There is an AOS tourney this weekend. Really? Where? Tell me more. I wish I could afford to come down. to something. My heart's covering it.
To Jays all the time.
Oh yeah. No, it can be hard. You know, I mean, we're lucky to have Jays, but I agreed it's not accessible for everyone, and we totally get that. That's the nice thing about the TTS part of this is if you want to be, for example, involved in the 10th edition league, you can do it through TTS. There are going to be people that are ready to play you, and we're really excited. Excuse me, we're really excited about that. So don't hesitate to get involved. Gosh, I'm just gonna hiccup through that whole thing. But it's all good, bro. We got you. And then maybe one day, like we'll have a TTS expert join the staff, if you will, of volunteers helping grow this channel. I
have yet to ever try that. Is it hard to like kind of get started?
No, it's a very so there's a constant 40k kind of joke that AOS is for kids.
No, I know. I meant TTS.
Oh, it's not so bad. Honestly, there's a lot of videos on how to set it up. It's all the resources are there. If you are able, or if you're a person that can teach yourself, you're in a good place. If you're a little more struggling, that's okay. Reach out to one of the guys in the Discord or gals, and they can definitely help you. We have plenty of people in there who know how to use it. I'm not perfect at it, but I have played a few games in it. For sure. What I will tell you, TTS games take a little longer. It's kind of funny how that works, but it's not a bad system to play on. For sure. Let's see here. Getting all this done. I got that done. Getting these boats ready. I don't know. I'm in this weird mode of paint bit by bit across multiple units. Doing it the hard way. Okay, so that's done. I think we will hit this with some silver. Let's see the chat saying when you have to whoa. Oh yeah, yes, exactly. Sorry, Odin, that's correct. Yes, when you have to fight, you fight, but otherwise run. The first thing is like the number one self-defense when someone's approaching you is run. Right?
Yeah.
Get to a public place, let people see you, right? If you don't run down some alley,
it's just like when someone's like having a medical emergency, right?
Yes.
It's call for help, then help them.
Yes.
Because you're not a doctor.
Or a nurse.
Yeah, or a nurse.
Or an EMT or whatever. Yep.
That like the first goal of first aid is always to call for help.
Yep. Get more people there. More people, the better.
Yep.
For sure.
And that applies to all kinds of emergencies. Get help.
Yep. Exactly. I mean, don't be embarrassed. That's one thing, right? Like it kind of comes back to the thing of men. Men will be afraid to ask for help. Be in so much trouble and won't say anything because they're afraid to inconvenience people.
Yep.
Don't you dare. You inconvenience people because you know what? You inconvenience them and you probably made some new friends, and guess what? Shit gets fixed.
Yeah.
When you don't, bad things happen and then people have to say goodbye. But don't do it.
Well, and you don't get a chance to say goodbye.
Well, exactly. Well, they say goodbye to you, but you don't get to say goodbye to them, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. So all sorts of good reasons. So for safety first, and don't be ashamed to ask for help. I mean, that's one of the benefits of us growing this community, right?
I hope you have a vacuum.
We will bring one in. We'll bring one in. Just keep it all together. But yeah, no, that's one of the benefits of growing this community is you're getting new friends who, I mean, I'm a sharer. So for me, I'm a big personality. A lot of people can't handle what I'm bringing, if you will, and people can be very judgmental. But what I found is in this community, I'm accepted, I'm welcomed, right? And there's a lot of people similar to me in one way or another.
Yep.
So this is a great place to get friends, new friends, and have that opportunity if you need help to ask for it. Where in other situations you might not. So it's good when you can find your people. Because then you get like-mindedness and all that going, and it's a beautiful thing.
I think people are more caring too.
Yeah, well, I mean, we're all struggling in some way, right? I'm not perfect. I've got my flaws. I struggle. Heck, if you were in Kansas, there's people who know me who got to see me shed tears because I don't like losing. I wasn't being a crybaby, but I was just. It was tired. Like when you play 2 guard and 3 space wolves in a row, and then you draw another space wolf, I just couldn't. I was like, this is like an emotional train ride. Like I handle.
If you want to play 2 people all weekend,
I could do that here.
Yep, you can do that here.
Yep, and it would have been more fun probably. Let's see what we got here.
Yeah.
Dragon King Golda. I can say I have met a lot of new friends joining this hobby and game. Honestly, gosh darn heart in the way. I can't move it. Let's see. Really? Oh, there we go. Really intimidated by starting the game, and even more so starting to paint the models. Brandon Flock struggling to carry our team all weekend. Shut up, Travis. Yeah. Brandon Flock's back was hurting, without a question. Wasn't it for SW in a row? Yes, it was 4 Space Wolves in a row. But what happened is when I drew the 4th one, I just dropped. And they were literally getting people to the table, and they noticed I'm sure I wasn't the only one that dropped. Then they had to resort everyone.
Oh,
because I dropped it. I'm sure other people did too. So yes, it was 4 in a row. Like it was 4 back-to-back Space Wolves, exact same list every time. I mean, literally.
That's where it gets. Is like that's where I struggle.
Yeah,
like, I like going to these, and I'm not dogging on one or the other. But like, man, what did we have 2 of? We had 2 Alpha Legion players at this last event.
Okay.
Because Heresy events aren't.
Yeah, they're not
always
super
the big. Always the biggest. But like we had 2 Imperial Fists, couple, and 2 Alpha Legion. Yep. They did not have the same army.
Oh yeah.
You know.
Oh yeah.
I mean, one of them. And even only there wasn't even duplicate Primarchs. You know.
Oh yeah. And again, I'm not sweating those people for trying to win and bringing the list and all that they thought was good, but it was really hard as someone who brought non-meta. Like I literally brought C tier lists because I wanted to challenge myself. I knew I wasn't going to win it all. And what I can say is that in situations where, like, for example, Imperial Guard are so good, they score so well, the fact that I tied one and almost tied the second one, literally lost because of a psychic action.
Oh, man.
I mean, heartbreaking, right?
Yeah.
That was amazing. And then to beat one of the 4 Space Wolves lists felt really good. I should have beat the second one I played too, but I was feeling so good about winning. I forgot a basic rule, which is screen out your backfield. I had forgotten about it. I was planning on doing it on turn 2, and I forgot. So this is screening out your backfield, basically. This is your backfield objective. You put these guys out in a string, and then you have to measure 9 inches around. It creates a big bubble of no, you can't come in. I forgot to do this little stage. They were like this. Instead, they were like this. So it was my fault for losing, right? Because I literally was up 30 points. But because when I did this, he dropped my backfield, took my home objective, killed what little bit I had back there, and I was in trouble because then what I would have to do is I have to turn my army around, and try to deal with it
wrong way,
and going the wrong way, and then he's coming chasing me back to my home field, and I'm giving up objectives. I was like, nah, it's over.
Man.
I lost, but that was my fault, and I wasn't mad about that. But then of course when I then found out I drew another Space Wolf, I was like, oh my god! And this one, I couldn't, like, he could not fail a save. He literally marched across the board at me in the open, and it literally turn 3. He was in my deployment, took all the objectives, and I'm like on the edge of the table dying, and could do nothing.
Oh my gosh!
It was disgusting because they had the shield.
Those are hard games, but it's kind of funny at a point where someone's like, I just can't die. I don't know why. It's not like 2+ rerollables. It's just I'm sorry, man. My guy won't die.
Well, and the worst part is, here's the thing. Nice guy, but he was a little too enthusiastic how well things are going. His friends came to visit the table, and he told them, "I'm not even thinking, and I'm winning." That hurt my feelings. I was like I'm trying so hard to win, and all I'm doing is getting killed.
Yeah.
And at least make it a good game. And he's like telling everyone, "Oh, this game's so easy," and I'm just like. Bro, don't you have any etiquette? Just be say, oh man, I'm having a great game. It's a crazy game. Dice are weird. Whatever. But don't say, oh dude, I'm stomping this guy.
I ain't even thinking, bro.
I ain't even trying. This shit's a cakewalk. So
I do brag that my Legion is pretty... it's no brainer. But that's win or lose.
But you're not telling that to your opponent as you stomp them in the ground or whatever, right? So that was...
And that's where I think, that's where something that I've come to... Because I come from, like, highly competitive 40k background. Like, back in 5th and 6th, 7th edition.
Yeah. I agree with you, Colonel.
And I really... I have to keep reminding myself, this game is not being played just by me.
Yep.
It is being played by two people that, you know, are both trying to have a good time.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's something that you got to make sure that if you're not making sure your opponent's also having a good time, then you're not doing it right.
Yeah, that was the one thing I was proud of. Like, after every game, win, lose, or draw, my opponents were like, man, that was an amazing game. When I drew that guard player in the beginning, dude, we were high-fiving and just like, yeah! It was freaking awesome. Because literally, so here, I'll tell you about my first game. We were brawling. He had tons of Lehman Russes, and I was feeding him. I was feeding him my boats, keeping him trapped on his side of the board so I could dictate what's happening and not have him rush me, right? We get to turn 5, and we scored up real quick, and it's 1 point difference in his favor. And I said, I need to kill something, because it was the mission where you score a point for everything you kill. And I looked across the board, and I said, that tank is right here. I've got 2 fusion guns I didn't fire. I can fire at that. It has 4 wounds left. I have to roll a 3 to hit it and a 4 to wound it. I roll both dice, both hit, roll both to wound, 1 wounds. He rolls a 5 up. It's a 6 up to save it. He rolls a 5. I roll. It's a 2d plus 6 damage. I literally rolled a 3 and killed it by 1 extra point.
Oh my god!
And drew the game.
Oh man!
It was literally epic.
That's awesome.
And we were like, boom, you know?
Yeah.
Oh my god! The second guy I played, again, he was just like, I was like, because I've played against Kyle McCord. The man is amazing, with guard. And so my experience is, I play guard, I lose, right?
Yep.
And then when you play anyone else, not to sweat anyone else, but when you play someone who's not his level, it's like, whoa, I can do things. Whoa, I have a chance.
You're gonna let me try and win?
Yeah, it's like, oh, I have a chance here. And then missing that psychic action and going from tying another guard game into losing, I was okay with that. Yeah. A 3-point game, you will not hear me complain. That's a close game, anybody's game, for sure. So that was fun. The guy was from Florida, and he was actually a very chill guy for the most part. You could see him sweating bullets, though. When we were scoring it up, he was like, worry. And then I was like, it's a 3-point game. And he's like, what? I'm like, yeah, it's a 3-point game, and you win. And he was like, oh my god, no way.
Oh man.
I mean, it was seriously close. And it was just great. And the guy was like, man, you're a tough opponent. And that felt good.
That's a good thing. That's always a good thing.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, yes. I was like, you
it's
too,
even better
bro.
to hear.
Yeah.
You know what's even better? You were a fun guy to play against.
Yes.
That's the ultimate compliment.
Yeah, when you hear that, it's like, yes.
You know you're doing it right, because then it's win, lose, or draw.
Yeah, you could still be trying to win and make it fun.
Yep, exactly.
Don't have to be a scumbag. Let's just have fun and win. No. And that's okay. And that's what I love.
And it's okay too to get a little salty if you're not doing anything in a game.
Oh yeah.
That totally makes sense.
And the biggest thing for me is like, hey, when I never got salty with my opponents when I kept drawing Grey Knights. I did tell them, oh, you're my 3rd one in a row or whatever, and they're like, what?
Yeah.
But when I got upset, I actually left the event. Like, I was cheerful, I was walking out, and people who knew me, could tell.
Yeah.
But I got out of the event so that I wasn't raining on other people's happiness.
Yep.
And I dealt with my shit in another room.
Yep. Then
I came back in, people could tell I was having a rough time, got a bunch of hugs and all that stuff.
That's the biggest way to deal with it,
But
man.
I just, I dealt with my shit and then came back and then just people understood. You know what I mean? I just didn't want to take this amazing event and take it away from people, so I try to just deal with my shit privately.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
That's big of you to do, man, because that's hard. That's hard, especially because we all put so much effort into this.
Yeah.
Oh man, I feel like I'm wrestling an alligator.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. I don't know why, but I actually felt like I knew you were gonna say that.
Oh,
that's hilarious.
Because I started going, ah!
Yeah. But yeah,
Get this fucking thing
and then
in
when I came back in calm, Cass gave me a big hug. Freaking Travis looking out for me. All that stuff. And then there's other people that gave me alcohol.
See, that's
which then loosened me up a little bit more. I had to go cry again because then I was like, I saw like
I'm too drunk to be happy.
I'm too drunk. Well, not just that, like a guy I knew that we had some rough times in the past, and he's talking to me, he's like, how you doing, bro? And I'm like, dude, I don't want to be mad at you no more. He's like, come here, dude. I don't want to be mad at you anymore either. And he's like, he's like, and I can smell why you don't want to be mad at me. So you know what I mean?
Oh my gosh.
It was one of those kind of things where I was being stupid drunk. So here's the fun thing. I went up to the bartender, who's the same one from last year at Kansas, and I said, hey, bro. And I was like, you were here last year. He's like, yes, I was, sir. I was like, hey, I'm having a bad day. Can you make me a really good screwdriver? He's like, whoosh. You could smell it.
Nice.
It was like vodka and a little bit of orange juice.
Oh my gosh.
I had 3 of those and I was like, woo!
Yeah, boy.
Oh, I guess I didn't have to pay for any of them. First
nice.
one was from a judge of mine who's a friend.
Yeah.
Second one was my ticket. They give you one for free.
Nice.
And the third one was from this amazing guy who has his own art studio, paints commission work.
Wow.
And his name is Vet Win. Check him out on YouTube. If you check him out on Facebook, you can look him up. He has he's been painting since he was like 12. He is a phenomenal artist and a great guy. I met him at LVO the first time. His goal is everyone has fun, and if he has to loosen you up with alcohol, he will.
Yeah.
I remember he literally walked so in LVO we had these long rows, like 10 tables long. Mm-hmm. He was getting everyone drunk in the row. He's like, who needs shots? Who needs shots? You know, he's like,
oh my god,
let's relax. You know what I mean? And so that, you know, very, very, very cool guy.
Let's remind everybody why we're here, to have fun.
Exactly. So while we're on that note, we're not done yet. We got 15 minutes left. But if you're still here, thank you so much for being here. Don't forget, there's many ways to support the channel. Let's start with the most basic. Hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel. These are great things. Everybody can do it. Cost you nothing. If you're here after the channel's done live streaming, leave a comment. If you're here, if you won't come back, leave a comment. It helps the algorithm, introduce us to new people. This is a free way for you to help us grow the channel. Same thing when we're doing 30K, 40K, hobby stuff. Super helpful. Then, the next thing you can do that helps you and us is if you go to the links below. You buy Monument Hobbies paints. They're amazing brushes, right? They're amazing brush cleaners.
Those are really
cool. Even their texture paints that I'm a huge fan of, especially this red one. Big fan. All that stuff goes to Monument, ships it to you, and then we get a little cut. That little cut helps us grow the channel. New cameras, you know, buy new models, better giveaways is what we've been doing.
Yeah, that's where all of it's
been going to equipment and giveaways. That's where the money's been going. And then, you know, by buying those things, you know, through the links, like I said, 3D6 Wargaming, great stuff there. Then our sponsors then give us things to give away because they see the benefit, right? So you're helping yourself buy things. You get a discount. You use the Improbable Wargaming as your little discount code. And it's your first time, you know, using it. It'll give you 10% off, which is basically free shipping, which is amazing.
Yeah.
And then, like I said, we've got A Case. They're providing stuff giveaway. Check them out. They're not cheap, but they're amazing.
No cases.
They're made in Europe. No, there's no case that's cheap.
Yeah.
But they're made in Europe. This man,
he does them out of his garage.
He does them out of his garage.
Like they're all like handmade, not this factory stuff.
Yeah, I mean he does this to support his family. He really is a great guy. I've got to talk to him a few times, and he like his mentality is like he could partner with anything, right? He's not a small company, but he is just him, right? For the most part, he could partner with anyone. But what he wanted to do is he wanted to partner with a smaller group of guys because one, he wanted to help us grow. Two, he wanted to get more grassroots out there, right?
Yep.
And so this is a great way for us to support him, and while he supports us, and the more we support him, the more things he plans on providing. Right now, we're testing this out, so we got a few items to be given away in the following months, and we're gonna see where this goes. I'm super excited, and a lot of the guys or a lot of the stream team has got their stuff, and I know some other people plan on buying more. It's amazing. And then, if you have the money, we have the Patreon. It's not required. Yep. It just gives you more opportunities to be involved in the giveaways. You will know without question you're helping us grow.
Be on the stream sometime.
And we've got your own private chat and all that. So it's really awesome. And then, you know, on top of it, you join Discord and hang out and make new friends because it's an active Discord.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. I can't keep up sometimes. I'm like,
yeah, it's amazing. And there's different chats, right? We got the hobby chat. We got the daily memes for the meme gods. Mm-hmm. We've got our 30K stuff. We've got our 40K stuff. We've got list help.
Dumped out a ton of photos from the event last weekend.
I love it. I gotta share those on Instagram soon. It's amazing.
The guy actually went around like a Canon photo, like an actual camera.
Oh yeah, they looked good. I'm really impressed. So lots of amazing. I mean, that's what's really good. Excuse me. That's what's really good about the channel, because we've got 30k content, 40k content. We've got all that kind of going on. We're crazy busy right now, so Blood Bowl, we love it, but it's kind of on the back burner.
You're giving me time to get a lizard team.
That's exactly.
I do like lizards.
A lot going on, and we just appreciate you guys so much. Who knows, if we grow enough, maybe we'll grab a guy who can teach us all kill team so we can play that. Because the nice thing, because kill team's simple. I will grab these
same
models.
Models.
You already play 40k. You've got a kill team. You know, so it's something we'll probably dabble in, especially when we get to lulls and things like that. It's the hardest part is there's so many things to do, so many tabletop games. We don't have time for them all, and I wish we did. Even if this ever grows to the point where I'm full time, I don't think I have time to do everything still.
But I think it'd be fun to. I mean, you can still one off. People want it.
Yeah, like, it could be special events. It could be silliness for sure.
Yep.
I mean, the one thing I learned, like when I was in England, I knew about the
Titanicus.
Yes.
Titanicus.
I can't say it.
Yeah.
But then getting to see a lot of the different models, it
is, man, some people go all out.
You really can.
Like, warping up their Titans. That's cool.
So there's definitely a lot of things that we can do. It's going to be, at this point, we're trying to stick to what we are, right? What we are is a 40k channel and a 30k channel now. And we're going to kind of grow from there. But if you hang with us, more things are coming for sure. You know, we've got, it's like tackling a mountain. And you gotta target what you could target, right?
You gotta narrow it down to make sure that you're getting quality stuff out there too.
Yeah.
And you're not just going all over the place making, it's having quality content but also having that consistency with
what's funny is my wife was making this comment. She said, like 3 months ago, you guys need to figure out what your thing is. What you do different
than anybody else.
What makes you stand out?
Why should people come here rather than anywhere else?
Yeah, and we finally figured it out. We are a 40k channel, 30k channel that does giveaways. We're the giveaway channel that we also create really fun activities and videos. We are like a low salt channel. We stomp each other to the ground and we try not to get angry about it, right?
Yeah.
Especially with poor Alex. And if you haven't seen that match...
Yeah, that heresy match was
brutal.
We had fun. We had fun.
One thing we can say about Alex is the man is a heart of gold. He took that stomping.
Yeah.
And there was nothing you could do about it. You were literally like, oh, I got to hit this vehicle. Boom, I hit it. Oh, and I blew it up. You know what I mean? It was just like everything was going right.
Melta shot into his flyer, killing his only scoring unit.
There was some epic moments, and we get to celebrate that, which was crazy. And then the same thing when we're on the 40k side. We had a period where like we were getting a little salty towards each other because we were going to tournaments and we're trying to get real serious. We've had a talk. We're gonna chill it out. We're still gonna try to beat each other. There's no question. But we're gonna be laughing while we do it versus what we were doing, which was getting salty. And it was like,
I think we all need reminders of that.
Yeah. We're friends first. And then competitors. You know. I mean,
we all share this love of the game, the lore, the hobby, and everything.
Yeah, exactly. It's too easy to ruin a friendship over something that does not matter. So keep that in mind when you're playing that new guy that just came into the store at Jay's, or you're at Mayhem's and you're showing someone how to play the game. Remember, the first priority should be they have fun. If you have to throw the game because they're having a bad time, that's okay. There is nothing about ego in this. We're adult men and women pushing models around on a table. Let's just remember that.
And the goal is to always be playing more and more games. You're gonna have more chances to win if that's what you want to do.
If you like trounce a brand new person, what you've done is that they probably won't come back, and then we lose this potentially valuable and without question valuable community member. So please remember, lead with kindness. Your win is less important than the friendships we can make, the new members we can add. Now, if you play me, I probably will trounce you, but I will say
you
sorry a lot.
You let me score a lot of points in my first ninth
You
game.
scored 70. But we did what we both like doing. We cut each other up a lot.
Yeah, there was a lot of death.
There was a lot of death. It was fun. And what we learned is if you put witches you know, on a small table with guard, it's gonna be a bloodbath.
Yeah, but if you have tactical genius, you still get 70 points on the board.
We also learn guard are broken. And they will score.
A new person can get it.
Yeah. Because imagine if we were on a full-size table, you probably scored 80 plus.
Yeah.
Because it would be harder for me to get to you. So, just remember that is just, let's be something special when it comes to Improbable Wargaming. And that is friends first, great games, and then work towards the win. You know what I mean? When you're at that RTT, when you're at that GW event, or you're at that you know, San Diego Open, you know, that's when you're going for blood, but still being friendly, right? And then when you're at home, when you're like at home, garage, or at JCD and Hobby, that's when we're practice. Practice is not about winning; it's about learning.
But you can also even practice how nice you're being, and having the fun that you want. You can always practice.
So keep that in mind.
A lot of my 30K friends listening right now are like, "What is this guy talking about?"
So
he kicks our ass.
Yeah, don't listen to him. He is a jerk. No, but I mean, I have to say, like, I mean, you build nasty lists for 30K, from my experience. But while we're killing each other, you're just happy things are dying. Yes, you're actually like,
corn cares not from where the blood comes.
Exactly, because I remember you were being such a gentleman with Alex, right? You're winning. You're like, bro, I'm so sorry. He's like, please kill some of my models, please.
Yeah, like, please kill them. I'll throw them at you.
Yes, exactly.
I was really hoping his plane would just drop down and murder a squad.
Oh, that would have been hilarious. That would have been so hilarious. But yeah, no, that's what I love about but when I'm watching and playing 30K, it reminds me so much of 3rd and 4th edition, like where you shoot, you know, you lob that round that has a template, and then you're like, I put it here, and then you roll and it comes back and lands on your unit, and you're like, no. You know what I mean? Just so classic. Yeah, I mean, that's the things that I loved. Like, and I remember is when you were always thinking of, how can I make sure this does not land into my squad instead of yours if it goes wrong.
That's how artillery works.
And I do miss, like, and I get why the pre-measure thing's a thing for 40K. But I do miss, and I think...
Oh, yeah, the guess ranges.
Oh, yeah. You know, it made it so crazy because you're like, I think I'm within 36 inches of that. I'm going to take a shot. And if you're wrong, well, guess what? That's your shot. You missed. It's just an auto miss. It's out of range. Right? I miss that part of it because there's a skill factor to it. But it's also like, gosh, darn it.
That is not what a foot looks like.
Yeah, you are not doing like, oh, I think I got a shot. No. You stare at it for a moment like, I'm not going to test it. I'm going to shoot where it's closer. You know what I mean? I'm going to shoot this. It's closer. Forget it. I'll shoot at that next turn if I'm still alive. You know what I mean? Yeah, there's some of that stuff I really miss. Yeah. Now, in competitive scene, it's harder, right? Because we're... People are playing shenanigans.
It's two different things. I think 40K is very well suited right now, and it's... And it even looks with the new edition, it's gonna continue that. But if you're just looking to have some beer and pretzels, you don't care. 30K is a place.
No, it's Indy. Indy, no. I remember Indy was one of my. If this is the Indy, I think it is. This is. He played Space Wolves. He was my first game. He was my first game, so I didn't have any grudge there, so don't worry about it. But I love it. Oh, this is the Space Wolves Power Hour. That's true. That's exactly what it was. I have it on good authority. One of the members of this stream spent all weekend hanging out with Space Wolves, trying to join. Yes, that would be correct. That is the gentleman I met.
That's awesome.
One of the nicest Space Wolves players. Like, honestly, I have to say this. All the Space Wolves players I met were very friendly and gave me a proper ribbing for sure. So I have no grudge against them as people at all. Yeah. I just am mad that I had to play them 4 times. That's all I'm mad about.
Yep.
Nothing else. I just want a variety, baby. The only time I don't want variety is with my wife, because apparently that's against the rules. It's just her for life.
Most people's rules.
Most people's. Yeah. Well, it's hers too.
That's my wife.
She's like, you married me, it's just me. And I guess, honey, whatever you say. Yeah. Oh, man, let's see here. How's it going? It's going great. He put up with me. And just great to see you. Don't forget to jump in the Discord, though, so we can talk about your YouTube channel. I know you plan on kicking it off again, and you know, we'll chat. I mean, if I don't know if I have any insights for you, because here's my insight, as someone who's had his own personal struggles, what I found that worked for me was that you just go harder. Like, with my YouTube channel, I get louder. I shake more hands. I bug more people to support the channel. I'm like, please give us a chance. That's what I go harder, right? That may not work for everyone. Like, not everyone can do that, right? But it's working for me. I'm gonna grind this out, baby, for sure. So yeah, let's see what the next one is. We've got Bahama Told. So yeah, I also had my Doom Wheel roll of 6. Oh no, don't break that. Of 6 move, but also have rolled 18s and flew across the board. Oh no. Oh yes, I almost forgot I need to join. Yes, please join the Discord for lots of reasons. You could have been in the giveaway there, brother, but you missed it, sadly. No worries, no hard feelings. We'd love to have you in the Discord and we can chat about your channel. Let's see, Bahama Told, but yeah, I'm hoping to get my more Marines to the okay, brother. I'm reading you, I think, correctly. But
more Marines?
Yeah, more Marines it is. There's definitely more coming. So it's kind of amazing. So, okay. Before we wrap it up, this is, like I said, a few tidy up moments of business. One, this is the last Wednesday we're doing the hobby stream. It's moving to Mondays. We are moving the 40k battle ports to Wednesdays. One, because it interferes with competitive stuff. Our wives apparently want to do things with us on Fridays.
Lame.
And then, yeah, lame. And then we also, the guys want to play 40k with you guys. So I'll tell you in a second who won that. Thank you for asking. So Fridays, JC and Hobby, you're going to see the Improbable Wargamers playing there. So be there. Let's support that store. They support us. So blah, blah, blah. And then like, sub, subscribe, hit the bell icon, do all those things, and you'll get to hear about more of what we're doing. This Sunday, Smurf Marines.
Ultramarines.
Smurfs versus
World Eaters.
World Eaters. It's going to be a brutal fight.
Yeah.
That's coming. So be there.
We're going to see if my buddy Adam can beat me on stream.
There you go. Well, something's getting beat.
Yeah.
And then on next Wednesday, Travis is playing against our first guest Patreon. And it's going to be Tyranids versus Ultramarines. So apparently we're doing Ultramarines this next week.
Okay, all right.
I'm loving it. And then let's talk about who won. It was, gosh, how do you
Decameter.
Decameter. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. Decameter won the giveaway. So congrats. We're going to be talking to them in the Discord. And if for some reason it doesn't work out with Decameter, we will do the drawing within the Discord, which if you're eligible for the drawing, you're in the Discord. And we'll re-give it away there if something goes wrong. Also, don't forget, Leviathan box set is this month's giveaway. Get your subscription in. Link your account in Discord. Use your PC to do the link. There's something weird with the phones. I don't know why. The phones don't want to link, but the PCs will. Link it on the PC. Get yourself in for the Leviathan box set. It's a huge deal.
Yeah, it's a huge box.
It's a huge box. $250 worth of models that are free to you for simply subbing and linking your account in the Discord. Waha. And then if you're a Patreon, you get 2 entries, along with Patrons getting to come on stream
and helping out
and helping us build this channel. So lots of great things. So like I said, hit the like, sub, subscribe, support by clicking on the links below. Buy paint, buy little things. We get a piece of it. But you get it. It's a great benefit. And as always, we really appreciate you coming here and hanging out with us tonight. I mean, at one point we had 16 people in there. It was amazing. So you guys have a great night. And we will see you Sunday with some Smurfs and some Gargamels.
Yeah.
That's what I'm calling it. You guys have a great night. Much love. Mwah. My name is Steven.